What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, man? It's T-Shawn the One, Wrestle Chat City, and today my guest is none other than the legend himself, Johnny Dotson. What's going on, man?
Man, you got it, man. Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
Look, as soon as I went live to my phone, you can hear the background they color beaming. Look, don't adjust the screens. Don't do none of that. We got Bluff City Championship Wrestling in the building. Look. They hitting you up.
Right, look, I know they go like, man, what you actually on this show? Yeah, I'm on here, man. It's all good.
Well, uh, as you can see, we chilling. We on our own home bases, and it's been a lot of stuff going on. But we're gonna get to that. But first, for those who don't know, and for those that should know, BCW, Bluff City Championship Wrestling. Can you explain Bluff City Championship Wrestling to those that don't know?
I can't hear you like you're going out.
I was saying Bluff City Championship Wrestling. Can you explain the promotion to those that don't know?
Well, look, let me make sure. It's called Bluff City Wrestling. We didn't put the championship on there.
Oh,
So it's straight Bluff City Wrestling. But what happened is that, as y'all know, I've been on pretty much every TV show that the city of Memphis have had over the course of 20 years. I was on the Corey Macklin Memphis Wrestling. I was on Kick-Ass Wrestling. I was on MCW Memphis Championship Wrestling. I even was on Dustin Starr Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Let me make sure I say that again. The name of his company is called Championship Wrestling from Memphis. It's not called Memphis Wrestling. It's called Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Right?
okay.
So I even was a part of that. And I just really didn't like the direction that Memphis Wrestling was going, based on the mere fact that I came from an era to where we put more focus on the professional wrestling aspect than the entertainment aspect. So what I'm trying to do with Bluff City Wrestling is focus more on the wrestling aspect and things of that nature. So that's why I just wanted to do it the old school style of Memphis wrestling. But everything evolves, so that's why I always say it's a new school, a new era of wrestling, but it still has a classic vibe. You was there on yesterday with the TV taping, and I hope you got that studio feel that we was trying to present.
As I said on my live stream, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time. It was special. It was a special atmosphere, especially for the talent. A lot of the talent of the boys that I know personally. Man, this was something that I really enjoyed seeing. And it's been a long time since I've been on the live set before, and seeing what went down and the direction where it was going, I loved it. And y'all that know me, y'all that know how we get down the road chat, we're on front for none. And I gotta say, you got a good product.
Well,
And
thank you.
anything that if there was something that I didn't like, there's not too many things that I didn't like. So there's nothing negative that I can really say right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the direction. It's just the direction right now is where we need to be going. I'm on board with it.
Well, man, I appreciate it, man. It was what I really should have called this company was the Misfits of Wrestling. That's what I should have called it.
Why would you say that?
Because most of the guys that I'm using is the guys that everybody said they couldn't be a star, or they couldn't make it in this business, or they didn't look the part, or they didn't have the look that they wanted them to have, but they was very talented in the ring. If you would look at in wrestling back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, you know what I mean? Your bad guys weren't pretty boys. There was guys that looked like they can really rip your head off. They had teeth missing. They had knots on their head. They weren't the pretty boys that we know of now, or the models that we know of now. These guys looked like that they was ready for a fight whenever you seen them. They was the guy that came into a bar and beat up everybody. And so those are the kind of guys that I like to use on my show. That when you see them out pumping gas, you'll go the other direction.
True. I mean, I'm not saying anybody that I saw was a misfit, but I see where you're going with a lot of these guys that I saw on the show. I guess we can say this is me. I'm gonna say this. I've seen a lot of these individuals be utilized the wrong way. I know there's not a right and a wrong way, but sometimes some people are just undeniable. Some people just got talent, that just God-given gift, the look, to everything, and you got to utilize them, put them to good use. And also another thing, that I want to talk about. That if you don't mind me going into that, I didn't see any politicking. No politicking. Keep it like that. I ain't see
Yeah,
no
yeah, that's the plan.
politicking. It was legit. I would say what word I want to say to be careful. It was a legit order of agreement upon council
Okay.
that
Now,
made the directions.
I'm glad the way that you said that there was no politics. Let me go ahead and throw this out here real quick. After the show yesterday, there was numerous of inboxes and messages that I received on yesterday saying that this is the best locker room that most of them ever been inside of, because there is no politics. I'm not trying to say that I'm Vince McMahon. I'm not trying to say that I'm Tony Khan or I'm Ted Turner. That's not what I'm saying. But I believe in order to run any kind of company, I don't care if it's a Kool-Aid stand, there has to be a standard and there has to be a level of accountability. Not only should there be a standard or a level of accountability, there has to be a level of loyalty. Are you with me? In
Mm-hmm.
order for something to be, in order for something to manifest into the vision that the owner or CEO of the company has, you got to have team players who are willing to be vision catchers and not vision blockers.
Okay. Okay. You talk about loyalty. You brought loyalty up. Are you saying that from the pro wrestlers, the guys in the back, that they must be loyal to just the brand? Because I know that that's a part of the controversy that has sprung up. I think earlier this month. Well, I don't know when did it. You can elaborate on the time and when this all started about. But I had become witness to a lot of the more disgusting spews and rumors and all that type of stuff, and or whatever I call it, ego clickbait. But I think I came in on it kind of late. So, but I know something. It was along the lines of uh, telling wrestlers where they can and can't go. Can you talk about that rumor?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind touching on it. Let me say this first and foremost of all. I can never tell a grown man where they can and cannot work.
Okay.
Let me say that again. I cannot tell a grown man where they can and cannot work. But me being the owner of a company, I have the right to pick who can and who cannot work for me. Are you with me?
I'll follow you.
Now, most people don't understand the state of Tennessee is an at will state, meaning that you don't necessarily need an excuse or need a reason to get rid of somebody. Is that fair to say?
I'll follow you.
All right. Now, here is the thing that the standard that was set from the beginning of BCW, Bluff City Wrestling. All right.
Hmm.
And I'm going to go into detail. I think you was the only person I did not contact. Let me say that now. And I really literally looked over you and I forgot about the call. It wasn't intentional, but I had so much going on. All right.
I'm not. I'm not shy to being looked over.
Okay. All right.
It's no
But now,
stranger to me.
but you see, that's me being real. One thing you can say about me, I'm gonna be real with you now.
I understand.
Before I brought Bluff City Wrestling into fruition, when it was just a vision in my mind, right?
Hmm.
This is what happened. How it all started. So you're gonna get the scoop, the whole nine. I had a couple of pastor friends who would contact me to come and do wrestling shows for them on occasions, right?
Hmm.
And when Dustin Starr, because I can call his name because this is factual, this is not fiction, this is not slander, this is not nothing negative, this is
It's a
just
fact.
the truth. Uh, Dustin Starr contacted me and was like, "Hey, I'm starting this company, whatever." So we started working with Dustin, right? This is right before he got his wrestle center. He was wrestling in the ballroom over there off Winchester.
Yeah, I remember.
And
Yeah, I remember it.
Dustin said he was starting a wrestling company, and he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. You know, he was gonna put me with Allen and whatever. Woo. I told Dustin, I said, Dustin, man, I'm proud of you, for everything that you have done, because you being a high school dropout like me, and I see how far you have come from. I said, bro, I can't do nothing but salute you and give you your props for you to be with the Grizzlies, and knowing your history and where you came from. You overcame your past. If you know somebody who was at one level a few years ago and then ascend to another level, and you see how that start to build for their purpose and their destiny, you have to give them their props. Just like if you see somebody sprung out on crack and they get delivered, you got to give them their props. So I gave Dustin his props. I was like, look, man, because I seen where you came from, man, I want to help you. So what I started doing was I started calling all of my pastor friends and telling them about the show or whatever the case may be. And some of my friends donated money to buy tickets for Dustin to, just to get him some revenue to come into his business. We would get the tickets, and a lot of time, most of them wouldn't come, but they still would buy the tickets just for support, right? And not only was they supporting Dustin, but they were supporting me because I was on his show, right? So one day, Derek was having a housewarming party at his house. And I went to Dustin because a lot of the guys were like, hey, man, we want to help, with the wrestling company. We want to, do some stuff with you. And we got a couple of buildings and gymnasiums that we would like to get wrestling to come into. So I went to Dustin. I was like, well, Dustin, look, hey, man, let's me and you partner up. I said, man, look, I got a couple of buildings we can run. I said, I got some pastor folks behind me. Because, we got a lot of young folks in the city of Memphis, man. All they doing is smoking weed, drinking, getting high, committing crimes. So I felt like this is something that we could take around the city to do, to give the young folks something to do. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I went to Dustin, and Dustin said, well, now why don't you just give me the whole thing and let me do it? I said, well, we can't just be partners on it. He was like, well, I'm the end all and be all of wrestling in Memphis. I'm Memphis Vince. That's what he said. He said, because who else could do a wrestling show on my level? He was like, if they tried, they'll fail. He said, who can do it? You? And he started laughing in my face. Dustin Starr did this in Derek King's garage. So I was like, wow, so you trying to say I can't do it? What TV can you get, Johnny? I've been on CW30 and I work for the Grizzlies. Nobody will let you get on TV. I said, Dustin, let me tell you something, bro.
Hold on. Y'all had to have been real good friends for you to hold. Like, well, I understand you're a changed man. I'm gonna say that first. You're a changed man because I'm noticing that this individual got to keep talking or good friends.
Right.
But
that's the thing. I've been knowing Dustin ever since he was a kid. Mm-hmm. So we are friends. Even though we're competitors now, I still look at Dustin as a friend. I don't wish anything bad on him. I would do nothing to sabotage him or his family or cause any problems to sacrifice or make him lose out on any money or any way to feed his family. I wouldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So
you feel like y'all are competitors in this realm now?
Friendly competition is good for everybody. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? All right, now. So when I told Dustin that, he made a statement like, who can do this? You? He said, you can try to do it. I'm going to beat you. That's what he said. Nobody can do this on my level. That's what he said. Can't nobody get TV in Memphis but me. That's what he said. But I said, well, Dustin, you gotta remember, I'm Johnny Dotson. I said, I play ball all over this city, and I know a lot of people. I said, Dustin, I'm gonna show you you're wrong. I bet you I can beat you. That's what I told him. All right. That's what happened. All right, now let's fast forward now to the part that you was talking about. So before I started the company, I started the company June 24th. I got a TV deal July the 10th. Mm-hmm. I only ran 3 shows before I got a TV deal.
And this is Memphis on. Are you operating with somebody outside the city that's starting up a promotion? Like, is Bluff City Memphis? What I want to know is, you say this is Bluff City Wrestling. Uh-huh. Now, also to those of the viewers, I'm gonna let y'all know we ain't pre-talked this. So
no, this is organic.
This is something I never talked about. So is Bluff City, is that Memphis own? Memphis like homegrown. This is
Yes, absolutely.
this ain't somebody from LA.
No,
This ain't somebody from Texas.
no,
This ain't somebody from Minnesota,
no,
Chicago,
no.
Atlanta.
This a country boy from out of Fayette County, Tennessee, because I'm originally from Galloway, Tennessee. Then I moved to Oakland when I was in the 10th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Memphis. No, then I moved to Grand Junction, Tennessee, in Hardeman County. Then I moved to Memphis on Hollywood and Chelsea.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But I spent most of my years out on Hollywood and Chelsea and off Ontario and Watkins. So that's why I know people from Cunningham, North Fraser. Then my brothers went to Raleigh, Egypt.
Okay, I'm just asking because I see you ain't cutting no corners. And now, for some that may take that a certain way, I'll elaborate on that one because if you're gonna call yourself this city, something added after the city, bluff. For those who don't familiar with the term bluff, I'm pretty sure Johnny gonna elaborate on that one because he's gonna tell some more history of Bluff City wrestling. And but I've noticed their promotions and there even companies that come to Memphis and then say Memphis this or Memphis barbecue this, and you like you ain't Memphis,
right?
Or like your counterparts. Championship wrestling is not from Memphis. Wasn't started in Memphis. I don't, and a lot of people thought that was, and it wasn't. But that doesn't mean that tarnishes what this individual has done with the promotion and so forth, whether they fell out or not, whether it's still now it's Memphis wrestling. You know who now is they say Memphis wrestling, so.
But it is
that's
really
what the title
called
says.
Championship Wrestling from Memphis. It's a wrestling company that's in Memphis.
It's Memphis wrestling now.
Legally, it's Championship Wrestling from Memphis, LLC.
What I see, and y'all know how we get down on Wrestle Chat. I will click the screen and we'll go right up. It says Memphis Wrestling, Memphis.
It says Memphis Wrestling, but legally, it's Championship Wrestling from Memphis.
Hey, maybe it's a desperate stand, man.
I get it. I get it. Here's the thing, and why most of the patriots of the Memphis wrestling era, even when it's the Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Fabulous One era, it wasn't called Memphis Wrestling then either. It was called Continental Wrestling Association.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was called. Then after that, it was called the USWA. Right? Now, after that years passed, it came back as Kick-Ass Wrestling, but that was a totally different entity. Then it became Memphis Championship Wrestling, which had a WWE developmental deal, which was Kick-Ass Wrestling, owned by Terry Golden. The reason why I know, because I was a part of it, both parts. KAW changed to Memphis Championship Wrestling. So once that happened, it was just like now, there was two wrestling companies on television. One on Channel 5, which was Randy Hale's Power Pro Wrestling. And then it was Memphis Championship Wrestling, which was Jerry Lawler and Terry Golden. All right. So what ended up happening, they had a big invasion. And all that was designed to kill off Memphis Championship Wrestling and bring the WWE deal to Power Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
That's why the Kate Angles and the Rikishis, well, he was J.R. Smooth then. Then it was K Quick and all those guys, Aaron O'Grady, all those guys was there at the time. Now, I was a part of that. I'm the only person in Power Pro Wrestling history to get hired and get fired on the same day.
You said they would go hide. Okay. Damn.
See, because I don't do the racial slurs as a joke. I don't do all that as a joke. See, some guys that allow it to happen. See, but I don't play that because I'm a street dude. You see what I'm saying?
You were a street dude.
Huh?
You were a street dude.
I was. At that time, I still was.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I got to give my boy, that's why me and Alan Steele is so tight, because Alan Steele was rocking with me when it came to that situation.
Mhm.
All right, now, so let's fast forward now to where we are. So, before Bluff City Wrestling came into fruition, I called every promotion in the city of Memphis to
Except for
try to see,
NOCW.
except for y'all, to try to see if they wanted to join with me. Because whether you want to say something about Dustin or whether you like Dustin or not, you have to give the boy his credit. From where he came from a year ago to where he is now, he has established a fan base.
Well, I mean, also, I say this: Justin, I mean, Dustin, he has value. He has the cookie cutter. You know, some people like the cookie cutter stuff. You know, the whole makeup and that stuff. Some people like that. They liked it, but there are people that they think is bougie. They don't like, because I've heard a lot of negative, far as people just hating on them. Far as this is outside of wrestling, people that look at so they had their little opinions. But I will say, to me, why I would definitely, if it was like far as business, to put him on or something, or if there was a venture, put him on something. He has a look, he
So,
look.
so, 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 see, and I love that you say that.
Mm-hmm.
When you make the statement that he's a cookie cutter, he is the typical image that people would like to put in front of a camera and to put before a brand. That makes sense?
I won't say before the brand. I wouldn't
The
say.
spokesperson for a brand. When you look at the Grizzlies, even though he's a glorified cheerleader, he still is a face they put out.
Okay.
And Dustin is smart because he capitalized on using the Grizzly stuff to get himself over, which is smart. He using the tools that was given to him based off what you said. He's the cookie cutter. He looks the part. He's working the gimmick.
My only problem with that is you're in Memphis. And one thing about Memphis is the Memphis blood and the Memphis way of the Memphis aura. We don't get down with that. Memphis is a gritty but true blue collar city. If they see any remote parts of I mean, that's why this is going back to the point I just made. If they see that bougie, if they think that, because I'm not calling him bougie, because he's done this little cheeky stuff behind the scenes with me, but it's more of, if people feel that what we call fake. If we feel that fake, because now one thing I will say is that I saw him on the I got tagged on the podcast that he's doing now, and he was straight up, he was kind of an asshole on there, and I was like, I said, he's not he's not doing that no more. He's an asshole. So there's a behind the scenes version, if you will. Now, this is my point. That doesn't really cut it with the Memphis audience. If you gonna be real, be real. We always want somebody to be real. If you're gonna be real, be
But
raw,
there's
be
two
true, be
different
you.
markets in the city of Memphis, though.
Elaborate on it.
There's still the South.
Mm-hmm.
Still the South. So you have that market, and then you have the newer, younger market. You got the older market and the younger market.
That's don't do that. Don't do that. Now I'm finna flex. That little promotion called NOCW. You was there at the first grand stage. When has that promotion outdrawn that number of people from this small promotion versus that one that had been on television? Now when have you seen them have a bigger crowd?
Do you want me to go there? Because hey, I'm a marketing dude. I know what I'm talking about. Where was the venue held?
Which
Where
one?
was your event held? What venue?
At my venue, Raleigh the Grange.
No, it was in Fraser off Watkins. Your first one.
Oh, you talking about the first one? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you was there too. You was at okay. You was at that one too. Okay,
So even the one in Raleigh, where you at?
Raleigh.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And what school did you go to?
Uh, Westwood.
Where do you know? People in Raleigh know you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you also have to look at it from that point as well.
Well, East Memphis, the first show, Summer Bash. The one that when somebody, I'm not gonna say no name, but somebody tried to run up against me. You witnessed it. So it is. That matter of fact, I think that was the first show you attended, but you just passed by. But the point I'm making is that shit don't work. That cookie cutter stuff, some people, because this is what I was hearing from fans and people was complaining. They was saying that was the thing. It felt fake, didn't feel genuine. But now this is something that some more fans brought to me, because that's why I got tagged in the post. I got tagged in the post because they were saying, "Hey, this is something that you be doing, T-Sean," and it was a comparison. And I was like, "Nah," but I honestly, I like it. I like it. Well, I don't watch it religiously, but I did like what I saw because he was showing the real true him, and I liked it. Like I was like, that's what, because he had a bit of cattiness to him, and I was like, yeah, that's a excellent personality. It just, I like his lives better than I like the pitched persona. It feels genuine. He feels
Come
like
on, Mike. You're serious, Station. But even in saying that, you got to take your hats off. And I got to be honest with you, bro. It is harder to do TV than you think until you actually get in it and try it for yourself. This is the first time that I did something on this level. You know what I mean? And I know.
I saw the look on your face.
Huh?
I saw the look on your face.
Oh my gosh, bro, it's different. And that's why I was so offended when I started getting all the negativities and stuff like that. The people that go after Dustin the way they go after me. Is that fair to say?
It's different. It is, because as an observer, I watch both y'all, and I've been a fan. Like, no matter what y'all anybody want to say about Dustin and his dealings, I'm a fan, because let me tell you so. Let's give a man his flowers while we can.
Yeah.
I watched him do something. Well, you already elaborated. I watched him do something that hadn't been done in a while. It's been a minute, but I utilized watching them, seeing what they could draw, seeing what was to do and what to not do. That was why I was able to be effective with promoting and literally drawing people in. It wasn't just because of the areas. I had to see, okay, this is a product that's going to be on television, maybe local television, but it's television at best. So I looked at what was going on and what was working and what's not working. What people are talking about, what they're not talking about, what they like and what they don't like. So I had to make sure that something was relatable. I knew that folks like me. So I can't be a cookie cutter personality. I can't flick my hair back. Well, now I can, but I can't do all of that. But I have to.
Because everybody know who you are, so they know if it's fake or not.
But and also to add to what you're saying, it's the genuineness that you see even with Wrestle Chat. I'm 100% me. If you piss me off, I'm gonna be 100% me. If we friends, if we best buds, I'm gonna be 100% me. You gonna get me. But I'm naturally not an asshole. I'm not a hater. I'm just that dude that just I'll embrace almost in and everybody.
Well,
but
I got some haters. I'm gonna say that. I got plenty of haters, and I got haters who coming after me that didn't come after Dustin.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
let's talk about it. Let's get to it. Let's get to the drama and rumors.
Let's watch it. I'm gonna go.
Now,
so before I started Bluff City Wrestling, I called Brotherhood Championship Wrestling. I called TWX.
Mm-hmm.
I got in touch with 901. They didn't want to talk. I called VCA. I talked to them. I got so much.
Hold on. They talked?
I got so much. Let me say this. I got so much respect.
Okay.
I didn't talk to Malik, but I talked to Lamar.
Okay, that
I
makes
told
sense.
him what I was trying to do. This man said he had another ring that he would let me get,
That's
but it
love.
needed some work on it. All right. That's how real it is. For that alone, I respect them, bro.
Okay.
All right. So I talked with Tammy and Todd of TWX.
Mm-hmm.
They was having issues running shows. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell the truth. You got me on here to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. They was canceling shows back to back. One show, Tammy and Todd contacted me to ask to borrow some money to run their shows. I didn't have any extra money to give them to run their show.
You ain't on. Hold up. Now you tell you're the only one I done heard this story from. So hold up. Okay, let me make sure I got this correct. You saying this live? You got contacted for some money too?
Yeah. And I told them I didn't have it at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told Tammy, I said, look, this
Well,
is
well,
before TV.
cool. Okay, but before you slide on, deeper into it, okay, let's put some perspective on it because we all need help at times. Sometimes we need help, friend, but we ask friends, we ask close, dear friends. So, are those two individuals? Are these people that you can just that y'all call each other like buddies, like y'all that tight like that? Or y'all?
I'm cool with Tammy because I've been knowing Tammy for a while.
But are y'all tight like that? Like,
No, we ain't tight like that, but
oh, okay,
I help them
different.
get their belts, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's just association. Just products are
Yeah,
good.
you know, we
Well,
cool because I know them.
it's a difference when you're not tight like that.
Right.
That's a big difference.
But if I had it and I wasn't working on what I was working on, I probably would have helped them.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have it at the time. All right.
You was building
So
you building this.
right. So I asked Tammy and Todd and them to come join me. Tammy and Todd said, Johnny, no, because we don't want to lose our identity as TWX. And I was like, Tammy, what
What
identity
identity?
do y'all have?
Oh, you said the same. We said at the same time. What identity?
I'm like, y'all don't own your ring. You don't own a building. What identity do you have? Because if the truth be told, all of us are using the same guy. All right.
I'm sorry. I got well. You know. Well, I'm gonna be me for a second before we get away from this because it's machine gun air out everybody now. Look here, people. Now this promotion has had the same. Now I got history there. You may have heard of it, but I got history there. I've dealt with them. Could not afford. Could not afford to run. I got well, you know, I got audio, recording, video, because I surveillance everything, even the meetings that we had. Now I remember when that situation happened where they couldn't pay. I kept it on the quiet, kept it on the hush hush. They tried to pull a bogus move, didn't work out good. Tried to pull the whole pity. This is something that I see a lot of promotions often. I saw it in the promotional realm of parties and stuff like that, where people do the pity me, pity me, pity me, pity me, pity me, pity me. Oh, look at me. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, my finger. Oh, I'm sick. Oh. I see it a lot, and they try to play the public as though everybody else is stupid. Everybody else is stupid, but you're the smartest one in the drawer. When you start thinking that you're the only educated individual out there, that's when people look at you and they're like, keep playing. Notice why your attendance starts to trickle and fall. Now, you can look at, I live an example. We've been, NOC has been running for 5 years now. We don't have those problems. I keep it straight just like I am. The team, the people that counsel and order how NOCW runs, they keep it just like that. And I hate to bring up the promotion, but it's the best examples I can make. But I see certain promotions that are ran and they've lost attendance. They've played the pity me. They've played the fans. They fought the fans. They fought this person. They beefing with this person and beefing with that. And they always use those things that end up falling once again to their demise. It's the hustle. It's the scheme. if you know that if anything, I've always been open to giving people advice, whether you were before me or you're after me. I just don't hate on individuals. I'll be blunt and honest with you, but
And
I
see,
won't hate them.
and that's why I'm glad you giving me the opportunity to say what it really is. I really try to bring these people aboard because a lot of people thought I was just gonna run a few shows and just do a little thing here and there, and that was gonna be it.
That's what I
See,
thought.
but my vision is a little
That's what I
different
thought.
than probably most people. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm looking at it as a legit business. I'm not looking at it as to just sit up a ring, rent a building, and that's it. I'm putting my life into this.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So after I talked to them and they told me that, I called Greg James and I asked Greg James, I said, Greg James,
Great
are
times.
you still running Brotherhood Championship Wrestling? He said, no, brother, I'm done with it. I let you use my ring and I'll support you in any way I can. I'm done running wrestling shows. I said, okay. I called Tattoo. Tattoo said, no, man, I'm done. I ain't running no more wrestling shows. I'm done. I said, okay. I called Jerome, Soul Taker Williams. He said, no, bro, I'm done. Go at it, man. He said this is I wish you the best, bro.
Now
Do your thing.
I can say this. Jerome has been consistent with his retirement or just out of the business. He's been out of everybody that listen, the names you just named, man, they've been retired, done wrestling back, retired, done wrestling back, or it's some ploy to the fans. Like I've seen those games being played, but Jerome, no, and Jerome knows me and his history, but he's been the number one person that stuck to his word. Like I mean, now he's had the wrestling bug. We all get that. I just want to throw one more. He's thought about it. I remember having conversations with him. I'm not going to get too deep into the conversation because these were private conversations. But he's had the urge to come back. But he elaborated on the post that it's not fitting. It's too much stress.
Me and Jerome used to work together, so we spent a lot of time talking about the wrestling business. So
Y'all were a
I
tag
even
team in
contact Kevin
WCW.
Lawler.
Y'all were a tag team in WCW, right?
We did.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It was me and Jerome. We was going against Elix Skipper and I want to say Mark Jindrak.
Oh wow.
It was me. It was Elix Skipper against me and Jerome, and we was going around. We was in Nashville. We stayed there for a few days. We're going around in the
A
circle
reflection of perfection. Mark Jindrak.
doing that. So yeah, that's the truth. That's real. Um, so I talked to him. I talked to Kevin Lawler. Kevin Lawler said, "Well, man, I'm not trying to run anytime soon, but I got the Shriner place." I said, "Man, why don't you get with me and we can do it together?" He was like, "Why would I get with you?" I'm like, "Because every time you run a show, you know what I mean. You run, and then you don't run for another 8, 9, 10 months. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
maybe.
I'm just being honest, right?
You was being light. You was being real light. You was being light on that one, but
I'm,
okay.
I'm just look. I'm on your show to tell the truth.
Hmm.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right. That's all I know.
That's all
Even
I
if I
asked.
went on your show and we were talking straight up, that's all I know. All right. So I ran a show and I ended up getting a streaming network with the Roku, Apple TV,
Hmm.
Amazon, that deal, to where we called it the Bluff City Network, to where we'll have a station, a streaming station, to where we can run 24-hour wrestling stuff. I contact even those promoters and said, look, if y'all want to put y'all show on my channel, I'll do that for y'all
That's
for a little
smart.
nothing.
That's smart.
That's what I told them. That's what I was going to do. Right. So we had our first show at the church. I had Tattoo, I had Chris Lex, Pure Power, all those guys. I used Cannon Ring or whatever. Not even 2 weeks later is when I got the call from CW30. Right. Now, let me say this. They called me because I got pastor friends that knows people that work there. Let me throw that out there.
Mhm.
All right. That's why I made the statement. You can never doubt the power of the African American church. One thing people gonna support in our culture is the church.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what I did was they called me, they talked to me, we worked out a deal. The minute I told people that I had TV, everybody wants to run. True statement, true story. Everybody wants to run. All right. So if everybody, you got TWX, they ran their first show that last Saturday? It was last Saturday. They ran their first show last Saturday. They ain't ran about 2-3 months. I'm gonna show you how real I am, and I'm gonna show you. My partner owned a hotel that they was running in. He asked me, he said, man, do you want me to stop them running in this hotel so you can run it? I told him no. I said, still let Tammy and Todd and them run it. Memphis Mike will tell you I'm telling the truth. This ain't something I'm making up. This is the truth. Tammy and Todd said they didn't have no good belts. Some belts I already had here that I had made. I sold it to them for a little nothing just to help them out. As I'm building my own company now to help them out.
Let me say this, people. Financially, if you ain't ready, hobble your ass out of the business. Now I understand running into doing business with certain people and then stuff not holding up. I get that. Because stuff like that happens when you collaborate. I've been through it. But if you cannot afford, abort.
And
Because
let me tell you something about me. I'm going to go on here and say it live so everybody can hear it. And I'm not going to be ashamed or nothing. If it get to the point that this wrestling company that I'm doing is not profitable, I'm going to bow out gracefully. I'm not going to go broke or lose my house, my cars, and all that just so y'all can say, hell, oh, I told y'all, because I don't want to hear them say, I told y'all he wasn't going to make it. At least I can make the statement, I have done more than most.
yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
One thing I can say just from now looking, you've had a hell of a career.
Yeah, I'm not going to put myself in position to put myself in a poorhouse and lose everything I got just to try to keep people from talking. The devil is a lie. Anybody that get in business, if their business is not profitable and it's causing them more money to have a business open, it's best that you close it. That's what a good businessman would do.
It's funny that you say that because it's the same with what I went through. I had a decision to make. Okay, love running wrestling shows. I do a lot of other stuff, but I love running wrestling shows. That's my thing. But at the same time, I had to make a decision. Yo, you can continue to run all through the fall, or you got bigger business. There are things that make more money. So I had to put wrestling on the back burner. I had to compromise. I said, okay, I'm gonna stop around August to September. I'm gonna do one. I do one last show, then I'll shut down. January, start planning, start back up. That's how I'll do it. No, so when people always hit me up, November, October, all it, no, I don't, I don't run doing those. Now, it may change eventually, but it's just for me personally. And I always went public told people this. For me, it's too much work. Running a wrestling promotion or doing a show, that's a lot of work. And you doing a damn television show. You're recording TV and you run because you got to actually run the show, have it in order, deal with this person, deal with this person. Sometimes you might see somebody with an ego, somebody going through something that's going on. So that's a lot. So yeah. I made it my business to say, all right, look, I'm gonna step away from wrestling during these amount of months. I'm done. But after that, y'all see me. I come around the spring and the summer and all of it. Then I'm gone because I gotta do this.
Because you gotta look at it as business. And now let's get to the part that everybody was talking about since we're there now.
Okay.
I can't make a man not do anything. A man has a choice. He can make a choice to do what he wants to do, and
Mm-hmm.
I can make the choice to do what I want to do.
What?
In every business you go to, every job you work at, there's an employee handbook. There are rules, regulations, and standards. Let me say this. You cannot work at AutoZone and work at Advance at the same time. It's a conflict of interest. You cannot work at UPS and FedEx at the same time. It's
There's
a conflict
loopholes.
of interest.
There's loopholes around it now. Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a tip service,
Uh,
but
okay.
if you're an executive and you're a major piece to the puzzle, you can't do that.
Oh no. Okay. That's what we. Okay, nah, you can't. You can't do that. No.
Because me, I've been an executive at every job I've pretty much worked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore we have to sign what we call a no complete clause. Now, here's the issue that we have. Everybody went around and told folk that I stopped Chris Lex from providing for his family.
Mr. Powell.
Johnny Dotson fired Chris Lex for trying to provide for his family.
You can't fire him.
This was the meeting, our first production meeting at our show. I made the statement. I said, look, y'all can wrestle anywhere y'all want to wrestle, but first let us get our show and our TV established. Is what I said.
Oh, this weekend, because I didn't see Lex this weekend.
No, this was before.
Okay.
This was the first show we did. This is what I said. I said, because you have to understand, if I'm building you as a star, I want you to see where I'm coming from. I am footing, regardless of what they're saying, I am footing the bill. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to make sure, and then you're going to feel where I'm coming from. If I'm building you as a star, I'm footing the TV bill. So everybody in 500,000 houses can see who you are. But then Chicken Wrestling Federation runs a show in the Memphis area, and they put you on the show. A lot of time it will confuse the fans, number one. Number two, if they're charging $5 to see Johnny Dotson, but Bluff City is charging $40 to see Johnny Dotson, who ain't going to go to the Chicken Wrestling Federation to pay the $5? While Johnny Dotson is the one paying for the TV in order for Johnny Dotson to be who he is. So therefore, I'm paying for the TV, but the other chicken wrestling organization is benefiting and reaping the profits.
Well, I've always preached against this. But then again, I came to, because I know many gonna be like, Tashawn, you preached against this. You preached against. I'm gonna say this, but I always kept it clean with this one exception. If you feel you're not effective enough to pull that off, to do that, because witnesses and plenty will tell you, I've never told a wrestler, hey, you can't go here, or I've never denied a wrestler because they were working somewhere else. Plenty of times promoters have done this countless of times to me, where they would book a guy just in spite for the day before. They'll run the day before me, and then or the week they'll use, or they'll make a guy lose. Don Montana's on your roster. I've seen people make him lose, knowing that he was a champion on my brand. But did that stop us? No. Don, I tell you, still people popped up. Still it. See, but I always took pride in that, knowing that whatever anybody tried to do, we gonna draw regardless. Y'all can do what you wanna.
But now you got to still understand.
But no, my point is that everybody don't operate like that. And sometimes your structure of promoting or getting stuff across is different than mine. So like right now, you can look on social media, you can look on the NOCW page, you would see us out there. You see street teams out there going out there promoting. We go to certain areas. We're in the colleges. We're in here. I've literally told this. We were downtown with this person and that person. We rub bump heads, rub shoulders, all that. We out there. We in the trenches. We do that. So, but some people, like, you got a different audience.
Exactly. It's a totally different thing now.
You got a different audience.
And here's the thing that bothers me. No, none of these companies go out and try to even ask for any of Dustin guys because they know they're not coming. Think about it.
There was some heat. Now you don't let's not lie. There was some heat between. I remember the TWs and all them, and Greg James was at it with the Dustin dude because talent not being able to come. Like
okay.
And matter of fact,
he's not. Look, let me say something. He's not even relevant when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, I went on the I've literally. This is private, but I've hit up one of your good friends that work for that promotion. I'm not gonna say his name because he wanted me to keep it up. But I hit him up and we had booked him and everything for the show. But it was told not. So that happened, and there was several other people. My good friend that works for that promotion. You know, I know how it go, but I've always still reached out because I know these are men. So if they want to, and this is what I want to say for promotions that are getting mad at the promoter or the promotion, the brand, please stop that silly and ridiculous. This is me. I'm sorry, Johnny. I know. Stop that silly and ridiculous shit. I gotta say this. Do not get mad at the promoter or the promotion. Get mad at the talent. Talk to the talent. These are grown men and women. They have to make that decision. There is no way. Can't nobody tell me that that's working the championship promotion and be like, oh, hey, I can't do this contract. Ain't no contract. That is a local televised show. That
here's the thing.
Your bills ain't being paid.
I said, Tayshaun, I'm going to book you as my champion. You being my champion, I want you to be exclusive because you are my champion.
I'm going to need exclusive money.
And here's the thing. In order to get exclusive money, people got to know who you are. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The only way people going to pay money to see you is if they got to know who you are. And you have to be impacted on the show. You have to be built up. My question is this. Do you want to be seen by 20 people or do you want to be seen by 500 people, 500,000 people?
So what you're saying is that, okay, I gather you're building the force of the promotion and all that. So in order to be effective for you, in order for you to be effective for a wrestler, you have to have the undivided attention of the locker room. Like, hey, look, we're on this path. Right. I don't operate like T-Shawn. T-Shawn's a Wild Wild West dude. He does a promotion like that, and he may be able to do that with y'all. But see, I think that needed to be explained to people. Look, I don't operate like this cat. I need your undivided attention because I got a plan. Because
I got a vision, right?
Yeah, plan in the vision.
That's the thing that they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. At the end of the day, it's business. I have to do what's best for my business.
Because
it ain't personal.
Because now we're back at the same topic. What was it? I see Brother Jerome is in here. Jerome, I brought Jerome, Darius, all of you. You remember the live streams? I brought them all on the show, and we talked about this. And I grilled them about that because I could not stand you can't go here, or you won't be able to come back and work here. I couldn't stand it at that point. But I understand there's different standpoints that's taken.
Neither one of them had TV, so it didn't matter.
But like I'm about to say, there's a difference in the way it was done.
Right.
Because there was turmoil and there was beef. There was this, but from my understanding, they patched it up. They patched up their differences. There was a inner war, if you will. And no matter who, I'm not picking sides. I don't know. You know, it's from my understanding, it's water under the bridge. But I'm just giving clarity to the discussion at hand that this people can mistake this as history's repeating itself. And
no. And let me make sure I break this down.
Okay.
My TV debut October the 1st.
But now, and also to put respect on RSWF was on local television. Now. They was on television too. So they and MEW was on television, right? They was on.
What was you talking? What was they on? They were like on Comcast, public access, or
yeah, they was on television too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, okay. Well, you better know you will know something. Yeah, RSWF was on television, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody in the comment section correct me. MEW was on television,
on
right?
public access.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think. I think
Okay. Okay. Even not knocking public access, not knocking it, but we're talking about being on CW30 in Memphis. So is there a difference between public access and CW30? I think somebody, I can't hear you. I think somebody probably kicking in or something. Say something. I can't hear you.
let's say you still can't hear me.
I can hear you now. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
I
So is there a difference between public access and CW30?
the price.
Is there? So we're talking about the viewing area, the radius in which the TV goes.
The difference is nowadays is not that far. I mean, there's public access that for the fans, the people that's watching, they can go on. What's the goddamn the website? But you can go on there and they will show you the ratings between certain stations
Right.
and what
So
they
I looked
have.
at the radius
So
of the people. That's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, it's a different beast.
well, okay, and let me not tiptoe around it. CW30 does get more views than the public access, like 18, 19. Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They got a bigger following than that was. So yes, technically you're right.
So what all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for business. If I got you as my champion, but you going over to the chicken wrestling circuit and you wrestling in the building to where they charging $5, but then I done rented the Minglewood Hall and I'm charging $30. Why would they pay $30 to see Tayshaun at the Minglewood Hall when they can see Tayshaun at the chicken wrestling circuit? So
I
I'm
mean,
losing money.
but once again, you asking me. I'm gonna tell you like this here. It
From a
depends.
business perspective,
It
will I not be losing money? After I done build you up on TV, people going to see you for $5 while I'm charging $30.
I'm gonna
Am
say
I
this.
losing money? And I'm
Yeah,
the one that
you
built you.
you could, but it depends on how effective the product you're pitching. I mean, because okay, like the folks were commenting when I went live and talked about it. They were telling me the difference in what we offered and what others had offered. If your product is different, people go. It's like a party. It's just like
So let me ask a
a
question.
party.
So why Vince McMahon or don't allow their stars to come and work local shows?
Now we're talking about a whole different ball game.
No, we ain't talking about a whole
That's
different.
now we can now we can in business. And let me tell you what level that's on. That's contracts now. That's big business. That's sponsors, endorsements. That's a whole other level. Now we don't want.
We're not talking about the contract part. We're talking about the brand.
But that
There's
stops
still
you.
a brand.
Okay, Vince McMahon was the chairman of the board. The board is a whole committee comprised of different companies and entities and people too. So
I'm glad you brought it up. Guess what we did? We voted. Our locker room voted that we wouldn't do that. We voted. So when somebody violates the vote, what happens? I have the right to say who I'm gonna use and who I ain't gonna use.
You have the final say.
I have that right.
But you don't want to go. You don't want to go against your board though. You know, because therefore if you got folks pitching in, they're gonna feel like, man, you're not hearing me out.
I don't care if we friends. Let me say this right now, man. I love Tattoo to death. I love Chris Lex to death. I've been knowing Chris Lex ever since he was 15 years old. He done stayed at my house, spent a night at my house. I married him. When he had a car wreck, he called me. I was there. Are you with me? But at the end of the day, it's business.
You married the couple. The couple. You did his marriage.
Huh?
You did his marriage. You married the couple.
Yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I did his ceremony.
Yeah, but understand, it's people on here that don't know, so they know.
Yeah. I did a ceremony with him and his wife.
Yeah.
Right? So my thing is, it's not personal. It's business. I don't care who it is. If I feel like that you are compromising the business point of what we're trying to do, I can't use it. And to me, I have that right because I'm investing everything.
Okay.
If you want to get to a level and you want the opportunity to get the exposure to be seen, I'm giving you an opportunity that nobody else gave you. Let's be honest. What did Chris Lakes do on Channel 30 Wrestling when he was younger? What was he?
I don't.
What championships did he win?
Yeah.
What did you do on Channel 30 when Corey McLennan was running? What did he do? Exactly. So what I'm doing is I'm giving these brothers.
I do remember. I mean, he was like he was the hot, kind of like the cruiserweight type of guy. He did
because of who? Because of me. So that's what I'm saying. I'm giving everybody the opportunity that no other promoter gave them, and they've been wrestling over 10, 15 years. I'm giving them an opportunity that nobody else gave them. You never can be bigger than the company. Oh, you quiet. I like that. Am I right or wrong?
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm let you get yours out.
It's never about getting yourself over. It's about getting the company over. I'm not bigger than Bluff City Wrestling.
Some of that comes from guys, especially you acknowledge that, they've been around. Like I've seen Lex post and talk about this, about how he's been around and he's trying to, break through. He's been getting politicked and all of that stuff going on. So a lot of guys feel just like that. They feel like they've been, politicked and played. You know what I'm saying? So they have to take a stand. They have to take matters into their own hands. So when you're starting a promotion, you are taking on that load. You're taking on the newbies, the folks who just, they're just happy to be somewhere, and you got the guys that are veterans, the guys that have literally been in the trenches before, and it's like it's just old to them. Man, I've seen this before.
What I'm trying to do is give the people the ball who never had the ball. The ones that don't look like what they.
Sometimes they feel like they can get over. Sometimes they feel like they've seen it and done it before. They've been there before. They've heard that speech before. So you may be genuine, but it sounds a lot of people, they feel like, I heard that before.
My thing is this. If you can wrestle in front of 10 or 12 people, how much you done made wrestling in front of 10 or 12 people? You ain't making that much money.
Now you making shit.
Come on, let's be honest now.
You ain't made security. Well, some people don't use security. You ain't made security money.
Exactly. So my thing is, take a chance, because guess what? I got on WCW how? For wrestling on TV. From going out there, then people see me going to do other folks' TV shows. See, a lot of people won't tell you. Derek King will tell you more than anybody. Alan Steele can tell you. When you think Vince McMahon ain't watching these TV shows in Memphis, they watch it. When I went for my WWE tryout, Triple H knew my name. They're watching. They're not going to, back in the days, to these house shows, sitting around watching them. They ain't doing it now, because now they watch it on TV, on YouTube. They got stuff to watch.
And before, as we move a little forward, I want to go ahead and talk about this. We can get back to the nitty gritty, but Corey Macklin. What did Corey? Because I heard you talk about a little bit of some about the history and what Corey Macklin done for you. Then I understand where the name kind of comes from. And the things that before you even started Bluff City and the things that you were considering before. What impact did Corey Macklin leave on you? What legacy did it's left behind for you? Like, what did you get from Corey Macklin?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. What I got from Corey Macklin was that a person that looks like me can actually run a wrestling company. Because you got to think about it. Before there was Corey Macklin, there was no African-American man that actually ran a company in the city of Memphis. Name one that was on television. There wasn't. So when I started hanging around Corey, I admire Corey about his business savvy and the way he did business.
When did Charlie Parr start? When did Charlie Parr start running?
Huh? No, I'm talking about television.
Okay.
On that level. I'm not talking about running shows. I'm talking about on that level, to where he had stars and where he had people that, that was already established. because he had Jerry Lawless and the Kid Cash and the Mabels and he had a television.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? He had
Yeah,
a
that
different
level.
kind of platform. And so he inspired me to show me that if he can do it, I can do it. And I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to just do it to be doing it. I'm going to do it on a level that's going to be productive, that's going to be professional, and it's going to be profitable. And that's my vision, man.
Sounds like
People ask me, why did I put world title on my belt? Because I don't want to just limit myself to Memphis. I want Bluff City Wrestling to be all over the world. If MLW can do it, why we can't do it?
Well, certain people they don't hold certain other individuals up to that standard. I've been through that. And you talking to the right person. I've been through that where one thing you witnessed this, one thing was on my end, but then when the truth comes out, nobody said anything.
And what I hate about this whole situation is that people got away from the wrestling aspect of it, and they started to try to attack my character and my integrity, which was unfair. You know what I mean? Because the old me would have pulled up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I had got so many calls today, so I had to call around and be like, "Hey, y'all, look, hey,
gangster pastor, thug pastor."
I had to call and be like, "Hey, man, y'all." Take that stuff down on Facebook, because a lot of time you can tell people, man, it's wrestling, or some people can't separate the difference in the two.
It's a gift and a curse. Yeah. I experienced it.
Me, if I made a video about you talking bad about you and you got homeboys that see it,
it's a gift and a curse.
Show love to. They go, no, you stay Tayshawn. Like they told me, no, you stay the pastor, let me handle it. Mm-hmm. So I don't like stuff like that, because I ain't that no more. Does that make sense?
What it does, it draw it. Even if you're not involved in it, and y'all know, for those that watch Wrestle Chat, y'all seen it happen. I had to clear the air. What was going on with that? What that individual got into it was different. It wasn't me. Like I put my statement out. I said, look, we can go ahead and squabble up. We can do our thing, but stop mentioning my name out there.
Right. Don't do that.
People gonna retaliate.
Don't do that.
You can't control everybody else.
They'll blame me, and I don't even know what's going on.
Let's keep it show business.
Man, that's all I ask, man. Man, let me say this. I love Greg James. I love everybody. I don't wish no ill will on nobody. I don't wish no hurt, harm, or danger to nobody. So that's all I'm saying.
Let me tell you something about Greg James. Greg is a love-hate guy, but he has a big heart. No matter what anybody want to say, Greg has his funny way of showing his love and being cool with who he want to be cool with. But
some games you play, you can't play with certain people.
Now I'm not speaking on what I've heard, what y'all, but I'm not. I'm showing my respect. I'm talking about my experience with it, because man, I've heard a million stories of Greg talking high cash shit about me. He probably heard some fake stories about me talking shit about him. But one thing about me is that you will literally this little tube here, you will hear me saying it to you, or if I'm in person, I'm gonna say it to you. Or it's gonna be, it would have been public knowledge. Everybody would already know it. So I don't do a lot of behind your back, like a lot of stuff that we talked about in private. The individuals which we witnessed it, I had already had that same conversation. So that's something that I do. But Greg, I feel like Greg, he's Greg. You know what I'm saying? He gonna say what he say. He gonna do what he do, and he says me and him cool, you know what I'm saying? But Greg he's Greg, you know what I'm saying? I don't hold any ill will, malice towards him.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, it ain't even that serious.
Because he gonna love you the next goddamn week. That's one thing about Greg. Greg, man, what's up, man? Are you cool? Like that's Greg. That's how Greg is. Greg, he so I feel like this, sir. The solution. is that can that be can this be worked out? Can we come to a now I know you at peace with some things, but still I think if they were watching or anybody else watching, can can there be some type of peace,
Yeah,
or
I already made calls. It was like, hey man, it's just a wrestling thing, everything good. We straight. You know what I mean? But then you gotta understand when you're a blessing to other folk and they feel like folks is attacking your character and your integrity, you know what I mean? It make other folks mad. Because if you know me, see, if you know me that I give you the shirt off my back,
Mhm.
if you know that I help pay your light bill, if you know me when your truck broke down, I paid and fixed it. If you know me when your ring need to be painted, I painted it. If you know me when you need food, I helped you. That's why people are like, man, I can't believe they doing, that ain't, that
Like
ain't how I move.
I say, I mean, I know me and you done had our differences, but one thing about it's a different. I think we got a different bug because there's
We can, I can agree to disagree.
our families are too connected.
Right.
Our younger brothers are tight, and then me and your younger brother we tight, and then it's like so whenever me and you bump heads is all right, just all right, cool. We either disagree or it's like some shit. If I don't like what you doing, I'll tell you or whatever. But but we still can come to a common place of peace.
Yeah.
And
But that's what grown folk do. You understand what I'm saying? I don't. That's why I make jokes out of stuff. The reason why I made a video to make it out of joke was so that people wouldn't think that it was something really tension or it was really some animosity. You see what I'm saying? That's why I made it a joke.
okay, but I know you said something about this earlier. Now let's talk about it.
Okay, what's up?
Are you stopping individuals from making money, providing for their kids?
No. If anything, let me say this, and I ain't calling no names. I've offered wrestlers jobs to come work for me. I done had wrestlers to work for me. I've created a position for wrestlers where other folks told me not to hire them. I've helped them. I done did handgun permits for them for free, everything.
No, but we talking about this though.
Come on,
Okay.
man. I'm a
Now,
giver.
now, this is what's going around on social media.
Okay.
Because I gathered a little information. I gathered around on social media, and I see now, I see the screenshots and all of that. So it said that now this is the thing that I got a problem with the whole firing. You said you fired him, you fired Chris Lex, and you're stopping him from providing for his family. Now my problem with the wording. See, this is something that fans and those that are picking sides or that have differences. And you know how I'm 100 with you.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this: my problem with the order of what's being said.
Come on now.
It doesn't sound. It needs to be reworded because can't no grown man get in my way, especially when we're talking about the level of pro wrestling and what the design of pro wrestling is. Now, I'm gonna say this: Lex, even and Greg James, BCW, they Brotherhood Championship Wrestling to be exact for those that don't know. At one point, man, they were running. They had like 200 some plus people in there, so they got ways of making the ends meet. I think they just had a show to be exact. It was a Greg James birthday party. I think I shared the flyer. So
okay. So here was a question that I asked. I'm glad you mentioned it. Prior to this last show, when was the last time they ran?
it's been a minute. It's been like I said. Sometimes Greg says he's done with it, and it's not as I've had personal conversations, but I can't. I'm not gonna talk about the personal, but I'll talk about what we said in public.
My phone's gonna die.
Yeah, I'm saying what we said in public. He said he was done.
My talk.
Okay, he said what he was gonna do in public. Now, He's done. He was done. So I understand your point of like, okay, hey, I'm not. This is weird that they're running now just because now you're running, and it's an awkward situation. Um, we're still getting to the point. Where is I want to know where is the factor of you stopping somebody from doing something? Now, has Lex have you and Lex had that conversation mano a mano to where you got that understanding of that? Hey, look, this is what I want. Uh, can we meet in the middle on something? Have y'all had that conversation? Because I mean, really, because okay, to credit what you saying, and to credit what I'm seeing. Okay, Chris Lex was just doing a one-off show. It was a one-off, from my understanding. So this wasn't something he was going to be doing on the regular. From my understanding, I don't know. I haven't talked to Craig, so I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to be reoccurring over and over. So you guys have had a conversation and say, hey, look, this is just one off. I'm going to do this over here. You know, what I'm saying, I'm coming back. I'm being, exclusive with Bluff City Championship. I'm a Bluff City Wrestling. I'm sorry. I'm being exclusive with that. So did y'all have that conversation?
Okay. I say again, we had a production meeting, and we discussed some things. And my thing is, keep in mind, when was the last time Tam and Todd ring? Exactly.
Hold on.
So the only reason
Hold on. Don't take. Hold on. I'm actually I'm legit
go
thinking.
ahead.
I
The
mean,
last show they ran when the Rock and Roll Express was there. I worked
ooh,
the show. I wrestled the Rock and Roll Express.
don't remind me.
That was the
Yeah,
last show. They was going to do a wrestling show with Devin Taylor to,
council,
about
right?
his death. That didn't happen. Okay.
Uh,
Everybody started back running because I started running. So
oh, oh,
because
oh, oh, also, disclaimer to anybody, and y'all know how I get down. If you don't agree, if you want to say something, you feel like you got something you want to say. Now, out of respect to my guest, I'll ask: do you want for
yeah,
individuals
I
to be
don't
able to come?
mind.
If you want to come on
Yeah, let them come on.
and talk, I'll send you the link. You can get on. You get on there. You can speak your mind, but it's gotta be respectful. I ain't gonna be doing no slanderous talk. Ain't no arguing back and forth. We ain't gonna do all that because
Notice I ain't slandering nobody. I'm just telling
yeah.
the truth.
So I see Pretty Boy watching. I see you with your Johnny with your Johnny Bravo. I see you watching. I see everybody tuned in. If you want to come on, I'll bring you on. Inbox T-shirt Lex events. I'll send you the link. You can come on in and respectfully talk and speak.
Yeah, I'm one thing they gonna
So,
say, I'm gonna tell the truth.
so that's
And,
just that.
and nobody ain't gonna come on because they know I'm gonna tell the truth.
Okay. So I'm putting
Let
that
them come
out there.
on. They know I'm telling the truth.
If you want to join the conversation, I'll bring you on the board so you
Tell
can
them
come on
come
and join the
on.
conversation. So we ain't blocking nobody. That's just
Nobody.
that,
I
that,
ain't
that,
done
that
because they know I'm telling the truth.
on the sidebar part of it, but I'm gonna get back to the topic at hand. Um, understand this, y'all. When it comes to discussions like this, I gotta give Brother Dotson some props. It takes a lot to get right now. You in the high box. Me, I don't hold no punches. I'm gonna be as respectful as I can, but I'm gonna give it to you. I've hit
Give
you.
it to me.
I've hit you with some stuff, and you holding your own. So I don't play favorites and I don't politic.
Because
So
one thing about it, you ain't gotta dress up the truth. When you tell the truth, it's the truth. The last show Tammy and Todd ran was the Rock and Roll Express. Me and Chris Leck wrestled them. That was the last show.
now I'm gonna say this. I gotta talk about this because I'm good friends and I'm very close with this individual.
Come on.
All right, my good friend, the Samoan Savage Raja.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say, and we can keep it behind closed doors. Can you make it right with Raja with whatever situation? That's I don't want no details, but can we make it right with Brother Raj?
I've talked to Raja. All right. And I air it out because I don't hide nothing. I keep it real. Raja was in the need of a car. I got a homeboy, which is also my cousin, that sells cars. I hooked Raja and them two up to talk about the cars,
Mm-hmm.
right? Raja never gave me any money. He never gave me any money. Them two grown men talking about business,
Mm-hmm.
about cars. All I did was did the introductory. That was it. He calls me about 4 months later saying dude took his money and never gave him a car. He asked me where he lived. I gave him his address. He asked me, did his mama have a phone number? I gave the mama a phone number. So Raja told me he feel like I got some of the money too. If that was the case, why would I be giving you all this information? I don't need that money. So once I gave y'all I don't even know how much it was. I wasn't in that conversation. These was two grown men talking. All I did was gave him the number. So how am I responsible? Because I made the introduction. He had the right to say either yay or nay. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
From okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
So what did I do wrong? But introduced him. I've never heard of him doing anything like that before in my life.
I just want
And on another note, I even called him on three-way with Raja. And he told Raja, why you putting Johnny in my business? He don't know what we got going on.
Okay. Hopefully.
That's me being 100.
Well, hopefully there's different sides of the story, but hopefully I want you guys.
He can come on and tell me I'm lying if he wants to. You can pull him up. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. One thing about me, I'm going to always keep it real. I stand on it.
Okay, I see. Okay, now I'm getting a comment saying I see Chucky said that you fire a wrestler. I thought we addressed it. Okay, who was wrestling TWX?
It was Chris Lakes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, okay. So I thought this was about the BC. Okay, so it's TWX two is involved. So that's still okay.
Chris Lakes ran the rest of the show for TWX.
Okay.
Last weekend, they only set the show up after we've already did TV, and we had already made an agreement. Now okay. you got Big Charles and you got V-Man, which is their tag champions, right?
Yeah.
At the TWX. I talked with V-Man and Charles today. They running the show on my birthday, October the 15th. This is what I told V-Man and Big Charles. I said, look, bro, y'all them folks tag team champs. I said, no way I would tell y'all not to do business the way you're supposed to do business when you're the champion. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Handle your business and do what you got to do. But they grown men. Because
hold on. So people are trying to say that V-Man and Charles won't work a show because of. Is that what I'm getting?
Huh?
Is so. Whoa.
People paint pictures that ain't real.
Man, I'm like this here. Look. Ain't nothing you can't tell V-Man or Charles to go any goddamn. They ain't budget. They gonna work wherever the hell they want to work. That's just
my point exactly.
Now that's one thing I will say.
Now, if I choose to not use V-Man and Big Charles, that's my prerogative.
Mm-hmm, I get that
because that's my company.
Yeah, I don't believe the whole V-Man and Charles thing being pulled. Nah. I mean, nah. They ain't going out like that. You can't tell them, all right, now you can't, or hey, I don't want you going here. They gonna make the moves that they want to make.
They gonna make what's the best decision for Big Charles and V-Man.
Okay, Roger. But nah, that's not that's I you can't nobody explain that. That ain't even possible. Like they gonna move the way they want to move. So that rumor,
See,
I
and,
don't.
and, and that's my thing. Every action has a reaction. I have a choice of who I want on my show. And can't nobody bully me into doing what they want me to do. When people start threatening and attacking your character, assassinating your name, that's like they trying to bully you to make you do what they want you to do. I don't deal with bullies.
Okay, Chris. I guess Chris don't want to join the conversation, but now I'm gonna try my best to keep up with in the comments in the comment section, y'all. So if I don't read your comment, just bear with it. You got chances. Chris says, so what's the difference in me? What's the difference? I guess he's saying, what's the difference between me, Charles and V? Well, Charles and V. He's saying, I made the best decision for my situation.
The difference is, number one, we already had a discussion. Number one, just like me and Charles Ray had a discussion, right? We all had a discussion. All of us. All of us. Chris Lex booked the show. He wrote the show. He did all that.
Okay, that's he ran the show basically.
He ran it.
Okay, I see your point. What's going on, brother Raj?
What's up?
Peace, love, and happiness.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Now,
yeah, okay.
Now, hold up. Before we get to all the rah and all that, all I want is straight conversation, and clarity. Just a disclaimer. But go ahead, brother Raj.
I'm just trying to see where did I get into this information, because what I was told, if you remember, you said that you didn't have it and you would try to get it.
You said what now?
You said you didn't have it, but you would try to get it.
I sent no, Raja. I sent you that number. I gave you the address to where his mama lived and everything.
I didn't get no address. I'm telling you. The thing that I asked you, when I talked to you, you said, I'm going to try to get the address. I talked to his mama, and I'll try to get the address because I don't know where he at, but I'll try to get it because normally he over his mama's house.
So I didn't talk to you about the address when me and you talked, and I told you I used to live around the corner.
You no address. You told me that you would get it, and I never got it. I didn't get no phone number.
Okay.
When we talked about that, that was what you told me. And you turned around and came to me when we was at Dustin Stop and said, man, do you think I had anything to do with this? And I told you then, I said, I don't know what's going on. Only thing that I know, I got taken.
So let me ask you a question. Did I call them on three-way with you one time too, and he went off?
He went off on both of us. Yes, he did. I ain't never doubted that you said that you didn't, but I'm just saying. Did you not come back and tell me, man, I didn't know he was like that, man?
I didn't. I just said I did not know. All I did was try to help you and introduce you to somebody I knew the soul called.
You told me, I wish you would have called and talked to me first before you gave us some money. Did you not say that?
I did.
Okay.
Because me personally, I'm never gonna give. Let me be honest. I'm never gonna give somebody a down payment to a car that I ain't got.
Hold up, but I was trusting off your word.
All I can do is go.
Let me put it like
what I'm saying, Raja. All I can do is go off the experiences that I've known at first. You can't hold me accountable for somebody who do something later on. All I can do is tell you what I know from my previous experience with somebody other folks.
Your word was this, man. Man, that's my recommendation, man. That coming back on me because
and at the end of the day, you can't hold me accountable for somebody else's action.
But one thing that I'm saying is that I was ripped off. I trusted.
I ain't not. Look, I get you. I feel you. But still,
you telling me that
you can't hold me accountable for what somebody else did. I had no idea you were gonna do that. Because I know several people that bought cars from them, and they still got the car.
Okay, where's my car?
So I'm sorry that it happened to you, my brother.
Because
I did not know.
And you know where Contact is, and you know where he at. Why not? Why not try to help? Would you say that's we
What if I
brothers?
told you I ain't talked to that brother since that day he hung up on me?
Okay. All right. Here's the solution in the middle. So privately, now that it's out, you know that Raja hasn't received certain information. So now that this is a discussion that needs to be had, I feel like now things get worked out behind the scenes because now we know that there's an issue because Raja's somebody that I hold close to me, man. The dude
If Raja was
ain't
to
one.
be honest, man, he know I rocked with him no matter
If
what.
I want to be honest, that's what I have been. Where have I lied?
No, I'm just saying, have
Well,
I
he's about
always
him.
rocked with you?
He was saying himself.
Me.
But
I've
so
always rocked with Raja. Other than this situation right here, that's totally out of my control, me and Raja ain't never had no issue. We always was cool.
But apparently there's something that's left unattended, and that's what I'm saying.
Let me say it like this.
As after this, can we go into
No,
you know?
let me say this. Let me say this. Now, first of all, let me put it like this. I never held you accountable. I'll tell you just like I said then. I didn't know what to believe because number one, if somebody bring you somebody, send you somebody, and they say, okay, man, they good to do business with, you trusting that. And you going off of that because number one, you going off, all right, this is my brother. Man, he said he got my back. You know
Right.
what position I'm in. I'm trying to make sure that I give my family back and forth. And I'm trusting you. And then this dude talking shit back and forth. Not only just to you, to me too.
Because I called him. I was like, oh, bro,
Okay, that's what I'm
I
saying.
know you ain't
That's
doing it
what
like
I'm
that.
saying.
I called
Okay.
him.
But just
You
listen
understand what I'm saying?
Next thing you
So
know,
my thing is, I'm going to say this to you, Raja. I'm going to do whatever I can do to try to help you fix this situation. Whatever I got to do. Because I do feel like there is a level of responsibility because I introduced y'all.
because this is the thing. I can't do shit to him now. I
That's
can't go after him.
what that's all I really want to hear is that this is something that we can work on now.
Because in reality, I thought everything was good because I never heard no more about it after the Dustin show.
Because after the Dustin show, when I called my lawyer, it was already expired time. So it wasn't shit that I can do. So,
Yeah,
bro,
I ain't know. I thought everything was cool because I never heard nothing about it until he just said something. I was like, huh? That's why I was like, well, let me go on and elaborate.
I went out to do for 4 years. Every time I called, nothing. And my thing was this, and I said this before and I said it again. Put yourself in my position. If somebody sent you somebody, and next thing you know, you ain't got ripped off. You ain't heard nothing else. How would you be feeling?
Man, look, I feel you. I feel you. I'm empathetic. But even in that, all the years you known me, all the things that we have done together, have I ever ripped you off? Ever? Have I always delivered when it came to belts, whatever it was we said? If I gave you my word it was going to be done, was it done?
I never said you ain't never hold up to your word. I ain't never put you like that and said that you ain't never held up your word with me. But let's be real.
What we're going to do is, when we get off
this
this phone and this live, I want you to call me. We're going to see what we can do to fix it. Because really, after the show at Dustin, because I never heard anything else, I thought everything was fine.
You know what I really want to do? I want his ass in jail. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry.
I feel you.
Because you ain't just raw for me. You raw for my family.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody do to me.
Well, that's what
it's bad that you can't give.
This is the dialogue that I wanted to hear.
I understand what you're saying because I ain't got that. I ain't got priests don't know it. You can't give money to people without getting merchandise. But I did this right here because number one, I looked at Johnny sent them to me.
And you know what? And that's the bad part about it that I feel bad about is because my word is always good. Whenever I try to do something, my word is good. And whatever I can do to help anybody, I always do that. So, like I said again, I thought after the Dustin show, everything was good because I never heard anything else about it. This is the first time I heard something about it is when Tayshaun mentioned it. And then I was like, hold on. I was like, man, you can get Roger on here, you know, like. But after the show, I'm gonna reach out to you, see what we can do.
Like I said, like I was saying it first. It was a heated situation at first, but I wanted to get clarity and let's get the situation and get a
It wasn't
solution.
heated with me because I ain't know.
It was just a thing. Hey, I've been like this all my life. I ain't never changed. If you screw me once, shame on me. Screw me twice, I ain't fucking with you no more. I'm just gonna go about my business.
Well, this is what this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, guys, is that stuff like this needs to happen more often. Where because dialogue can get twisted up, certain impressions can be left, and
Right.
people will be left up to their own devices to decide on what kind of person this individual is. So now, grown men are finna do grown men business and get this shit handled to where okay, it's understood. Because one thing about it, if you leave it up to others, they gonna want us to be at each other neck and neck, or us to be sidebar talking about one another. It shouldn't be like that.
Well,
So
I'm really glad now that I came on here because I really thought everything was straight. Because I ain't talked to dude, I ain't seen dude since that day we talked on the phone with both of us on the phone.
I'm gonna say this, and Roger know this.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't post his motherfucking picture on Facebook, his jailbird picture. Cause I'm being real. I didn't know the motherfucker had. I didn't know he had a criminal record.
What kind of record? Well, we'll talk about it after we get off.
Yeah.
Scamming.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell the truth. Scamming. Anybody hear this shit? That motherfucker's a scammer.
Thanks, T-Sean. Thanks for doing this. Johnny's contradict. I'm gonna tell you something, Chucky. Chucky says, T-Sean, thanks for doing this. Johnny is contradict. I'm gonna say this though.
How am I contradicting myself?
Hold on. I'm gonna say something before you. Johnny is on here. Johnny's he if anything, I can say that he's standing his own.
Nothing.
Yeah, he handling anybody got an opportunity. And one thing he told me, hey, anybody that got come on. But that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we've done privately already with each other. We always if Roger got a difference with me, Roger tell me 100. Let me know what's up, and we might sometimes me and Roger don't agree on all things. But then again, we have our debate, we have discussions. Same with Dotson. Same with Dotson. So my thing is, if it's something you got on your chest,
get it off.
Get it off. Because let's not because I don't like lingering beef or lingering this misunderstandings. Man, get this shit solved and move the fuck on. But
this situation happened with me and Roger.
I'm gonna say though, Johnny, it's because the thing about it is people let shit like that linger on to where it gets into your business, and now it's now people they feel like they gotta have a public opinion about BCW because they said he did this, they said it. Okay, forget that. Let's get to it. Let's air it out. Get to it. Understand now. People see that it's foolishness, or that it's a misunderstanding, or is this is that, or you gonna redeem yourself because you were wrong in something. People need to get that because rumors. I wish somebody was doing this for me because rumors can bring down a house. Like,
but normally, man, I'm gonna tell you what I normally do though. Normally, I don't even defend lines. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this right here, and Johnny can vouch for it himself. Me and Johnny ain't never always been cool. When we first met, was in DeSoto County. I'll never get it. He probably forgot, but I ain't never got it. Yeah, you laughing now. You know it. You remember.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about.
You remember, goddammit.
Come on, tell me, man.
He was wrestling for USWA. Oh, no, it wasn't USWA, my bad. Pro Wrestling. Power Pro. He was wrestling for them. And they were down at they were down here in DeSoto County. And that was a young man that was with me that made a hit to his girlfriend. And Johnny got mad and wanted to beat him up. Johnny didn't know that he was with me. And he was young. And we had different words right then. After a while, me and Johnny talked, and they got passed. That's the only difference we ever had.
What happened? Tell me again. What happened now?
You had a young lady with you, and she was in the crowd.
This is in the past. This is in the past, ladies.
And the young boy he made a hit on the girl.
Okay.
And she told you about it, and you got mad. But see, the thing about it is, Johnny didn't know that the boy was young, underage. He was mad because the boy made a pass at his woman, and Johnny was getting ready to whoop his ass. And I stood in. Two of my friends got arrested that night. I'm the only one that didn't get arrested. I had to bail
Oh,
them
wow.
out. That pissed me off because I was like, God damn it, this motherfucker cost me money.
Was Yo God in them there that night?
No, this was back when it was in South Haven.
I remember that, bro. We was at the South Haven Arena.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to head out the back of the garage though.
Yep. And you like,
I remember that night. I remember that night.
Man, my ring in the backyard. Don't take this shit front. I like, man, fuck that goddamn ring. We ain't gotta go in the ring. We can go in the back of the building. It's whatever.
I remember that.
And that's the only time we had problems. And like I said, me and Johnny, we have talked. We have done business on belts.
And we talked about Bible. We talked about church. We talked about everything. The only issue that we had ever had is I remember that time now, and the situation with this car. Other than that, me and Roger used to talk almost every day.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all something that you don't even know, and I stand firm on this. He's a pastor over my family. Well, I think my family church in East Tennessee. Like I said, it hurted me, and that's the only thing that really got me upset. I was hurt about it. I was asked to do one of his shows, but wasn't nothing really discussed about the show. That's why I didn't know I was booked. But that was it.
I am a phone.
Now all this other stuff, like I said, yeah, I'm pissed off about it. I'm still pissed off of the motherfucker stole my money. I ain't getting no car.
I mean, as you should. I mean, yeah, I hold on to that.
And my thing is like this, and I tell it, like I said, and I said in front of him. You don't know how people doing shit nowadays. You don't know if somebody taking money or getting paid to do this to a person or not. That was my thought. And if I'm wrong, I'm man enough to take my wrong. I ain't never been that type of person that don't take no wrong.
Okay. I sent Chucky. I sent you the link. I know you said you wanted to come in and say your piece. So I'll be waiting. I guess Chucky James will be making his way in pretty soon. So I see that Johnny's screen had froze up. So yeah, one thing about it, my goal in a lot of this for those who might not understand, it might be like, well, man, they shouldn't be doing it. Man, they should be doing. Hey, I always hear that shit when we do lives, but everybody else is doing it. It's a problem. I'm gonna say this here. There are things that if you notice the way Johnny and Raja handled their situation, what their grievances, look at how it was handled. Finally, the conversation was had. Now Johnny knows that there was a situation and it's stuff that ain't resolved. Okay, you want to make it right? Make it right. Cool. Now we take that to the back. You know, sometimes some people are not aware. You know, uh, but now we have his word on something. But my thing is to have these conversations and get some resolution. Not keep up this hocus pocus stuff. Not keep up the rumors. Not keep up. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Other than that, we ain't talking about no. We just grown folks that just trying to stir up and have rumors. Forget all that fugazi stuff. No, most of y'all know. Yeah, it's screen. I mean, no, he be back on. He'll be back on. But my thing is, let's get to it. Let's get to a resolution. So all that other stuff, man, I'm not with all. I'm not with all. To me, that's goofy stuff. Uh, Chucky, if you coming in, come on in. It ain't he jumped off because you coming in. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he even knew. I think by that time he'd been. But come on in. I'm pretty sure once you air out anything that you got to say, he gonna be convinced to go ahead and come back on if that was the thing he was jumping off. But my thing is that's what we need to continue to get to. Okay. Okay, I got Roger back in. And so John is on the whole. Okay, he's on a whole nother line. Let me bring him back. Bring him in. He wants me to bring him on into this one. So bear with me, everybody. Greg James, if you still want to come and join the discussion, come on. You're more than welcomed. Oh, Roger. Chris Schaffner said, "What's up, man?" He says, "Hello."
What's up? What's up? What's up? I can't see no comments.
Oh, hey, Chris. How you? Okay. You speaking to Roger? You don't say nothing to me. All right. Fuck you, Chris.
He telling you fuck you because he know a legend's online.
Hey man, I'm a legend in my own right, man. Fuck it.
That's because you want to believe it.
Hey man, I'll toot my own horn then.
I mean, say that out loud. My bad.
Man, speak your mind, brother. Speak your mind.
Now
Now let me.
can't nobody call me out and don't think I ain't finna come running.
I didn't nobody call you out. I put it out there.
Johnny turned around and said, "Hey, Roger, come on here." I ain't scared. I'm coming.
And that well, never mind. I ain't got it. I had to send a link.
I think I was ducking.
Nah, you ain't ducking none. Okay, let me see. I got you. I got you, Chris. What up? Was it Darius Butler?
Tattooed.
Tattoo. What's going on here? Oh, if you got anything, once again, I'll say this one more time. If you got anything you want to say, everybody can come forward, and speak on this. We got the drama, we got the rumors, got all it. And that's my thing. And what I was saying is this here. You got a lot of this stuff that people like. They just let it linger on, and not want to address it. People, they want a rumor to just keep flowing on as a rumor.
But I got to say this real quick though.
Go ahead.
I respect Raja, what he said. You know what I mean, and I understand why he was upset, and I get that. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I also like what he said. Me and him, we ain't have no beef, man. We were cool. We were talking almost every week. We were doing things with belts, all that. Fact. I ain't never took you out your money. If I told you I was gonna deliver a belt, did I deliver?
Yeah, you deliver. I ain't say you did.
Yeah. So one thing you can say, I always kept it 100.
Realness, like I said, realness is what realness is. And the only thing that got me was when I took this right there. You said, man, I got somebody who deals cars, man. He good. I'm a send him your way. When you sent him my way, I'm thinking that, okay, y'all on the same page.
You vouching for him, basically. You vouch. You vouching
for him. So I'm thinking, okay, y'all on good page, man. All right, I'm gonna trust this guy. The thing that I should have caught on to I ain't gonna go into all that. When the motherfucker because when the person start using the Bible and stuff, that's a part that gets me. Because I'm very religious, I'm big on my faith.
Right.
And I'm looking at, okay, he talking religion, Johnny religion. They real cool. I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna give me a vehicle that's gonna take care of me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker got mad. After he took my money, he wanted my old truck. But you ain't gave me my vehicle yet. Well, I'm gonna give you an old vehicle. But you ain't gave me my money or another truck.
Yeah, I went around with none of that happening.
No, you didn't know that part. You didn't know that part.
See, that's what I'm saying. All I did was the introductory.
And see, this is the thing. Now, I will give Johnny props because Johnny called and talked to him. He went off on Johnny because the reason I know they went off on Johnny because he called me back talking about, man, why you putting Johnny in this, man?
Because I went off.
Motherfucker ain't got nothing to do with this. Man, I'll kick Johnny ass in his.
Nah, he ain't gonna tell me that though.
He ain't said all that shit, but then he turned around and told me, "Hey man, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna take care of this."
Yeah. The thing is, don't put my name on. If I'm vouching for you, do the right thing. And the only reason why I vouch for him because I seen him help so many other people.
Well, see, this is the fucked up part about it. What he failed to realize is, man, everything that we talked about that was done in text, I got a copy of it. I got a copy of the receipt. Everything that I done business with him on, it's over there in that file. That's the thing. Only thing that I was waiting for is for Johnny to give me the address to where he stayed.
Man, look, we gonna figure out where. Because when I tell you, when he called me, he was like, "Man, why the man put me in your? Why the man putting you in my business?" After that conversation, I ain't heard from him since that day.
I ain't heard from him since. Like
so I guess he was kind of upset because you tarnished his image in my eye.
He did that to himself.
Okay, Chucky James, look, I text you the link. You can come on through the link. You know,
I ain't talking about, man.
Man, he been Chucky been he been hoorah up in that damn comment section.
What he saying?
Do I really? I'd rather him just come on and
let's read what he said. He ain't gonna come on, just him.
You feel like you think he gonna come on? You're a snake. You're a snake. All that talk. Yeah, you fire people from TWX.
I'm gonna say, okay, I fired him. Okay, now what?
You fired Lex for working another show? Stop bullshitting. All that stuff.
Do I have the right to pick who I got on my company? Is that my prerogative?
Black Bows.
Christopher said everybody needs to. Man, Chris, man, y'all. Okay, let me tell you something about the syndicate. Dude, man, y'all should have been done something with the syndicate. God damn, boy, it's been like 7 years now, man. Y'all like y'all be teasing folks with
Bro,
y'all.
I'm giving folks they can say what they want to. Roger, you on here? Tayshaun, you on here? I'm giving folks a platform to get their name out there.
I'm bringing the wild Samoans.
You ain't gonna get me through.
Chucky says my only problem with Dotson is firing a worker for earning money.
That ain't even your business.
Money, you are done. You're Dustin Starr.
Let me ask this: is that any of his business?
I don't know what the fuck. Nah,
Chris Lex ain't got nothing to say. What he talking about?
I don't know what the Chucky, Greg. You got the link. You're more than welcome to because I now think you just bullshitting. I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna say this for those that are in the know in the discussion. You can come on board and speak your mind and speak your truth because this message and shit half of y'all I can't take it seriously. Greg Dustin has opened his door for his guys. Okay, I guess Chris, like I said, Chris is welcome. Everybody's welcome to come on and say what they got. But my thing is, when I don't see somebody ready to air it out or try to get to a resolution, get to a solution to
a lot of this. Let me ask this question. I want to ask this question.
Go.
What platform is TWX offering Chris Lex right now?
Come on, man.
No, be real. Say something real now.
You want me to be me?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, and I'm not a Sadiddy high-siding person. This is the most promotion that promotion has got, and I'm gonna keep it all the way a $150. That is the most shittiest promotion by far we have produced in this city. Now, VCA looks twice as better than TWX. This is promotion for TWX right now.
You ready? You ready for me to go and give you the real?
No, I got more.
Come on in, Tayshaun.
This is my thing, and let me keep it all the way 100 here. A lot of y'all know those individuals had big time financial problems, but you sat there and taking their goddamn money, knowing our folks need help. These folks then These folks then Raja tried to play around. We saw how that went. Tried to play that game with me. We saw how that went. Didn't go well. So now that no, I think it's well overdue. If anybody, since everybody want to always tell about who needs to run, who don't needs to run, but yet you're literally vouching for a promotion that has literally fucked multiple over, played that game over and over, played the pity game. Oh, pity me. What I do? What we and then played the whole. We're gonna bring this person. Never brought him. Oh no! I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say. See, a lot of y'all, you talk about everybody else, but you pick and choose who you want to with, and you still. And a lot of y'all are still working with the promotion. The same promotion that fucked Raj over, the same promotion that fucked me over, and plenty others over. And then pull the pity me. Oh, we're bringing this person. We're bringing that person. Never see him.
Y'all want me to go there? Please let me have my say.
But they ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Can I have my say? Can I jump in there real quick? Let's be honest.
Lex, you know you don't want to get that. Come on now, you know when you get paid and you not getting paid because for one, Lex, you bring every goddamn body. You got half of all your relatives in that goddamn audience. So let's not. Lex, ain't no way in hell they can not pay you, Lex. Ain't no way in hell they can not pay you. Ain't no way. If we go keep it real, let be real. Half that other goddamn side in that small ass building, that's your family. That's your folks that's coming for you and you only. If you say fuck this show, they got 5 people. And that's not me being mean, that's me being 100 because we always say we gonna keep it real, we're gonna be honest. But then again, when it's time to be honest with certain other people, we don't want to say nothing. We look the other way.
And I'm gonna tell you what's really going on. Everybody trying to get some exposure off my name. That's why they're attacking me. That's why I ain't gonna get nobody else no radio play after I get off this right here. I ain't talking about Brotherhood Championship Wrestling. I ain't talking about TWX. All we focusing on is Bluff City.
Darius, if you want to join in and say your piece, you can too. But this is what Darius said. That's probably one of the last messages I'm gonna read. He says, but if they are paying, he's saying Chris Lex, if they're paying Chris Lex, then that's all that matters. Let me tell you something about that. Darius, you have always act like you stand on morals and you stand on codes. But you pick and choose when you, and I noticed something though, Darius, and I said this privately, but I'm gonna say it publicly to you. I noticed something. You go hard at black promoters.
What?
For some fucking reason. I'm sorry, this is me being vocal, but for some reason, Darius, you went hard at me. You went hard. Hell, I think you just went hard at Dotson. If I saw a video, you was going. I mean, everybody's like, yo, did you see what? But every time you went at it with somebody that was non-black, Darius, every time. But you was ready to go at it with CeeLo and all this shit. But I'm like, every time I seen you go at it with, it'll have a difference with anybody that's non-black. It was like. It was never, meet me up. Let's start tuning. Let's fight. Like you were really, and all of us have seen it.
You going there, Chuck and James? You ain't going at Dustin Starr. Tammy Todd ain't going at Dustin Starr. Them on it.
They're peaceful now. It looks like they made up.
Whenever you think about it, it's always the same group of people that cause drama in the wrestling business. It's always the same group. Tell me if I'm lying.
Darius, you got my number. Let me see. I can see you. But I have noticed it. I've noticed there's certain ones. It's certain people that they go heavy on.
But they just really now just trying to make themselves relevant. And like I said, I'm not giving them no more radio play off Bluff City Wrestling. Real talk. After I get off this right here today, I ain't answering no more questions about nothing. Because guess what? It's my company. I can hire who I want, and I can let go who I want.
I'm gonna bring in. I guess I think I can bring in Tattoo if he ain't blocking. Hold on, let me see. Because beyond popular belief, I don't hate Tattoo. I don't hate him.
I love Tattoo.
Never, because actually he was one. Well, before I found out about Johnny Dotson, Tattoo was one of my favorites. I'm like, I beat you up with Booker T. I was like, yo, get him. Like I was a fan of Terry's. You know, like, but I don't know, man. He got certain ways, and I noticed how he do certain other people. But Darius, where the hell are you? I think you got me blocked, bro.
I'm a fan of that Raja dude.
Nah, Raja. He. Nah, man.
F you.
Every show I ever booked, I always call Raja. Before I got this stuff going now, did I not always call at the church, wherever?
Tattoo, you got your link. Check your inbox.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Chris, I'm finna send you Chris, so you'll be in here, and that's it. I ain't had nobody else, man. Because Greg been sitting on his link for the longest. I guess Greg just he ain't.
Greg don't want to come on. Greg don't want to come on. Because Greg is the biggest liar
And
you ever seen
also
in your life.
let me say this. This is not just some entertainment purposes only. Guys, you coming on? Let's get this shit over with. It's for me. It's about solutions and getting that over
You're
with.
just trying to get some ratings.
We can do that plenty. Tell them, Rod, we can do that plenty of different ways.
Hey, you're just trying to get some views, man.
If I want to get some views, I'll be talking about AEW and WWE.
You won't get
In
nothing.
Memphis, you got the right guy.
Oh man, hold on. Let me let Tattoo in here.
Yeah, let's tattoo the end, man.
Now, first off, let me give him props though. Let me big him up real quick because Tattoo was one of the first to sit in the hot seat and literally, air it out. And then he was one of the first to just literally give me a conversation and talk about the business in general. So,
Man,
what you call him? What you say?
I call him Tutu.
Tutu.
Okay.
And I call him Tattooed It.
It's like it ain't necessarily that I pick black folks to go after.
It looked like that.
I know it may look like that because black folks are going harder after me. That's the only reason. Now, Kevin Lawler, I went on his ass before, and his dad, I went on his ass before too.
Nobody believes that. You want Kevin Law to make up like it ain't. It look like y'all just playing.
Exactly. Because me and Kevin Lawler can go at it and then the next week be texting like, shit that never happened. But
That's fair.
Same with me and Johnny or whatever the case is. But at the same time, y'all know me. If you watch me wrestle, then you know me. And you watch my lives, then you know me. Cause if it's some extra shit going on, then I'm gonna pop off. Just to pop off anyway. So all the extra shit, man, that shit just needs to cease, man, cause we ain't doing nothing but killing it and making it go down. What we doing is we making people look at the wrestling business as a joke, and then they ain't gonna want to come to the shows. And we already having bare minimum at the shows and shit because we doing all this extra.
Nah, it's promotion, bro. And I'm gonna say this now. Are you sure? Hold on, I'm gonna ask you this here. Are you sure? Are you sure that you're able to be talking? Especially you see me on the screen. You sure you can? You don't want to mess up no relationship, now.
What relationship?
You can talk. All right, just making sure.
Relationship with who?
I'm just
Reyes?
I'm just saying.
Nah, my Ray is cool. He ain't got no problem with you. He just said that you did your thing, he did his thing, and situations got crossed, and that's it. That's all it was.
Yeah, I spoke with him.
When I talked with him, he let me know what was up. He said that the situation is what it is, man. Y'all got y'all situation, we got ours. And my only issue was with that situation is I'm running the show. Well, I'm not really running the show. I'm just doing some shit with him. And then Johnny running the show, and then you got Dustin running the show, then you got VCA running the show. But then no, I'm just saying in general, man.
There's a lot of shows.
Thinking as a above the wrestling shit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you got guys that like the same incident that happened at your show. I tried to book what's his name? Sean Hoodrich. And this nigga gonna tell me You gonna have to send me $100 because Memphis promoters don't be paying first. I mean, Memphis promoters don't pay at the show. You gonna have to send me my money up front. I'm like, I can understand it, but you can stay your ass at home.
You said, hold on. You said Hood Rich told you that? Hood Rich, his booker is
I know
who's it? Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I saw Kevin take care of him. So I don't.
Kevin take. I mean, I'm the one who got. Well, I don't want to say I got him started, but I'm the one who started with working with him, bringing guys in and shit. And then he started, working with all the other promoters, which is, I think, is a good thing for promoters because shit, it help take off some of the backing off you, and he get to bring in the guys he want to bring in, and he pays.
Yeah, I first brought Kevin in. Well, this was council. He was part of the council, and he told me, say, I do this too, and I was like,
right.
Well, no, I'm like, no, but he was on the council, so he's doing he's part of the booking too. So,
right. So he messaged me and asked me. He was like, "Well, I'm working with T-Sean. Do you think I should bring in some wrestlers?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a wrestling show. If you want to help bring some wrestlers in, get them over, bring them to whatever show it is, man. It don't matter who show it is. If it's a wrestling show, bring them. Everybody needs to wrestle. Everybody needs to keep going. But all that extra shit, man, it's time.
This here, I'm gonna say this, not trying to be not trying to be all sentimental, but this right here, this picture right here is what many don't want to see. Many don't want to see us actually talking and coming together. The
all black people on the line talking with some sense. They don't want to see that, but at the same time, we gotta do people right. We can't be doing all this.
And you gotta keep your temper on the leash at times. So now I know that tattoo gonna snap off, but he gonna get back to it. He gonna get back to it. He gonna become Darius again.
Right, exactly.
But I hope everybody understand my position.
We understand that you got a position, you put a lot of money into your product. We understand that you don't want your money to be tampered with. We understand that. But at the same time, I told the guys that was on my show, that work your show. I told them before I concrete the booking. I said, I know you're working for Johnny. So what are you doing at his show? So we can mirror that and you guys can do the same thing over here. And we can keep you in the same light. But then your ass go tell them, don't work the show.
I did. The reason why I told them not to work the show based on the date that the show was done. The show is done October the 22nd. The TV debut is October the 1st.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So nobody had thought about, well, maybe Johnny got some shows already lined up, and I don't want anybody to piggyback off.
I asked them that before they said they was before I said y'all can come and work.
You breaking up?
Oh, they didn't get that. See, that's the wrestling government that's doing this. That's messing with our signal. They don't want us to come together, y'all.
See,
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. I asked him. I said, "Do Johnny got some dates and things that y'all need to check out before y'all say yes?" And he said, "Yeah, let me check my calendar and whatever. Let me check with him." And then he said that it was nothing yet, so we can do it right now. I was like, "Okay, cool." So I'm gonna put y'all down. And then he messaged me back and said, "Well, Johnny said we can't work the show." I'm like, "Damn."
What? Because this is the thing. Like I told them, why would people pay to see them on my show when I'm pushing them on TV, but then they at somebody else's show?
Did they pay? They'll have to pay more to see them at this show. They got to pay $50 to see them at this show, but then pay $10 to see them at your show. That's a benefit for you.
No, it is not. See, because you got to think about it.
Hold on. Explain that again, Tattoo.
Yeah.
So they'll get to come to the Mexican show and be watched by Hispanics, blacks, and whites. And in turns, the ticket prices are $40, $50. Okay.
I agree. Hold on. I agree with him. I agree with him, Dotson. I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead. Don't finish.
$40 or $50 for the tickets. So, in turns, that would give people a sight to see of Bluff City wrestling stars on a different show. knowing that these guys are on TV. At this point, they'll probably have seen them on TV, and then they'll see them at this show. This is what I was thinking. I don't know what you was thinking, but this is what I was thinking. At this point, they would have seen them on TV because it'd be the 22nd of October, not the 1st. The 1st is when your TV's supposed to start. So this will be the 22nd. So when they see them on this TV, maybe at your next show, somebody will want to come and see Smitty, Hispanic family, or 2-3 Hispanic families want to come to Bluff City Wrestling to see Smitty and the other motherfucker. I forgot his damn name.
Okay. This is what I want to credit. This is what I want to credit and comment off of before we get away from the point. Okay, Tattoo brings up something that I kind of agree with though, Johnny.
But, I'm gonna shoot something right back, right?
No, yeah, you can have yours, but I'm saying this here. Tattoo has a point there, but only if the intention is, and if you're in agreement, since you got the television show, you got your own television, I think that Tattoo should be able to post, this star, just like how we do it. When I brought EC and all them folks, I put the control your narrative, former duty. I put all that, and as long as if they can put the credential, the Bluff City Wrestling, superstar, blah 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 blah. Can they do that? Can we do that? Like, is there some? Because it's giving credit to you.
But what I proposed to Ray is, I said, well, Ray is, since you running a show and you want to use the guys that I'm pushing on television, because I'm really pushing a machine behind them to put them at another level, right? When I possess Ray, I said, well, Ray is, if that's the case, why don't you pay me a certain amount of money and I run your commercial on my TV show, showing that these guys will be there. So then it won't look like that he's the only one profiting off of what I'm billing with them. Make sense?
I can see that. I see that.
But
with Reyes, sometimes
used to do back in the days that most people didn't know.
Sometimes Reyes
don't. The USWA used to run back in the days, like the Crenshaws, the Missouri shows. Those ones, Jerry Lawler shows, they just put their names on it because those guys would be there, and they were marketed and put a commercial for them.
But with the way he do things, a lot of that, like if you do, like, okay, Tattoo notice, if you the American, you handle the American shit. Right. I'm gonna handle Hispanic shit. That's how Reyes. He ain't looking at it like that.
Really, just one.
Oh, say it again, Tattoo. I don't think Dotson heard you.
It's really like a split show in one. Like we booked certain guys, he booked certain guys, and he had the matches, and we had the matches. That's all it is. But he booked us so we can have the good matches or the better matches that people there would like. So what I was trying to do is take, because he want to continue to do stuff. So what I'm trying to do is take our portion of it and make it home. Make it whereas the people want to come back to the show to see this. They know they're going to have these Mexican stars that probably won't be at the next show, but they'll be able to come back and see these guys. But then, your ass.
Because it's business. Listen to what I'm saying from a business perspective. If that's the case, Reyes could run a commercial on my show. Pay me for the spot.
Reyes run. Okay, this is what you gotta understand about Reyes. He gonna do his own promotion where he wants promotion. He gonna do radio promotion on Hispanic radio, and then that's about it, because he only worked with Hispanic people for the most part.
Yep.
So all his stuff is gonna go through Hispanic people and Hispanic stations and stuff. That's what he catered to. That's what come out to see his shows.
And I understand it. So therefore, if you're telling me that means the Hispanic people is only gonna support what he's doing.
Something like that. I mean,
you feel so now here it is for me. I'm spending all the money to make these guys stars, but Reyes and Tattoo gonna capitalize, and they don't want to get the profit.
Now, this is something I can say. From working with Reyes, I done built a big ass Hispanic following. Ex CeeLo, ex Jeremiah Dapper, everybody was there. Everywhere I went with my nation's tied, everywhere I went, Man, them folks, what's my name? Tishane Uno. Tishane Uno. And I thought it was a problem, me being at one of the shows that we was promoting it. But man, them folks, the Summer Bash, the reason why Summer Bash sold like it sold was because of the Hispanics. That pool party was because of the Hispanics.
But see, and I get what y'all saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to understand, my platform is a little different on how I'm doing things. You see what I'm saying? It's a business for me. This ain't a hobby. When you start spending the kind of money I'm spending to try to get this thing going, it's not a hobby, it's a business.
I mean, I think we understand where you're going with this. It is, like I said earlier, it's what you feel like is effective for you. That's how effective you can be for this particular.
Right.
You ain't doing it because one thing, like I said, I made it clear, you're not doing what T-Sean do. So talent can't look at
all. Doing what Dustin doing. You're not doing what Ray is doing.
Well, hold up now. They say him and Dustin doing the same thing. They said Dustin was telling everybody, you on board with that. They said they telling everybody where they can and can't go.
See, but that's why
he doing no. Dustin has flipped the script. Johnny doing what Dustin was doing now.
Explain that.
I want to hear this.
Because me and Dustin is two different individuals. That's
Dustin,
number one.
Guys can work some shows now. You said your guys can't work shows now.
So let me ask you this.
Well, hold on, it's different though. But we know why.
Right.
We know why he doing it.
Exactly.
Right. And it makes sense. If you're a businessman, it makes sense. If I was the only transmission store in Memphis and I had the only mechanic that was a transmission place, do you think I'm gonna send him to work at another person's transmission shop to take away from my revenue? That would make my capital. Is because I have this exclusive thing that only this person can do. That's why Mercedes the way they are.
But look, when you say that make you sound greedy.
It ain't. How's it greedy?
Because you can allow that man to go make some more money.
No, that's not. So in other words, I'm supposed to make sure somebody else's business prosper.
Okay, so
and we just starting out not going to read.
So if you paying the guy $50 and the other transmission place paying the guy $300, then why if he go make that $300 and then come back and make another $300 for you on the next job? So why
you gotta? But in order for that to happen, you gotta allow me to become established. My TV ain't even ran yet.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying? I have to be established.
Man,
McDonald's don't look. If you'll notice about any business, when McDonald's come to town, when McDonald's the only person that's there, and they become profitable after 2 or 3 years, what pop up around their next? A Burger King. After that, what pop up around their end? A Wendy's.
Chris Schaffner just said that he said you can't go to AEW and see Roman Reigns is what Dotson is trying to say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is not AEW and this is not contract based.
But it has to start somewhere.
But you don't have contracts on nobody.
So guess what? So if they don't go, is that my fault or theirs?
I mean,
it's theirs. It's theirs.
It's their fault if they don't go, but it's your fault too for telling them not to go.
But that's my TV.
Hold up. Correction. I got to intervene. I got it. Okay. It's the talent. It's I'm stick by this like I said earlier. It ain't the promoter. It ain't the brand. Fault. It's the talent because these are grown men and grown women.
So what you do is you count up the cost. That's what you have to do. Is it more beneficial for me to go wrestle today in front of 30 or 40 people and make $50 or wrestle in front of 500 people on TV? The possibility. I mean, getting known to where people know me to where now I can charge more later.
It depends on the person in the situation. Sometimes
they want where they want to be in their own career.
Okay, but we're gonna put that in perspective though. In perspective of that, what we're saying is maybe this person they don't believe in all that. They been around the block.
They don't want TV. That's different.
Tattoo them been around the block, so you can't come to Tattoo and be like, hey, look. He like, nigga, I seen this before. Give me I'm gonna go get this money. Let me go get this munchies, and I come on.
So guess what it is? Have y'all seen The Matrix? You got the blue pill and the red pill. The choice is yours.
But what Tattoo was saying, it shouldn't be like that, man.
Can't nobody tell somebody else how to run their business.
No. It shouldn't. What he said is it shouldn't be. But that's
Hold on. So let me ask you this: when Jerry Lawler told you don't go wrestle for them black folks, Charlie Parks, and them, and you still went and got that money from Charlie Parks, what was the difference?
What you mean now?
When Jerry Lawler told the guys don't work the shows in Memphis, meaning Charlie Parks show, but you still went to Charlie Parks show and got that money, what was the difference?
It was a big difference. You want me to tell you why? At that time on Jerry Lawler's show, I wasn't getting pushed. So I was irrelevant. But when I became the champion, you didn't see me at Charlie Parks' show. When I had that junior heavyweight title, you didn't see me at Charlie Parks' show because he told me, he said, look, if we run a show in Memphis, why would we pay you and why would people pay to see you at the Mid-South Coliseum when they can see you at Denim and Dime? It made sense. But he told us we could go wrestle on the outskirts of the city.
It makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, we're in a different era. We're in with a twist. That twist. Stop trying to retort the twist.
Okay. Hold on. But before you get away from that tattoo, it seemed like you going to one of my points. The game done changed.
Right.
Many don't like it, but it has.
So tell me how the game has changed.
It's all about access now. One thing about it, you cannot escape stuff like this. Live streaming, you can't escape. Business getting out there,
That's
you can't escape. It's access, it's social media, it's internet. But one thing about it is that if pro wrestlers started treating themselves, stop looking at the promoter, you are as a pro wrestler. Every pro wrestler that's wrestling, every inspiring wrestler, you are a promoter. Yes, you are. You think I should have to promote this? You are a promoter. You are a brand. You're pitching your brand. You're selling yourself every time you take a bump, every time you take a headshot, everything that you do, you're a promoter. Whether you
everybody's offended by what I'm saying, but here's the thing: you're an independent contractor. It's up to you to make the best decision for your career. If going out there working for somebody for $50 or $40 once every 2-3 months is what you want to do that. You just can't do it over here.
Okay, so why? Okay, if it's once every 2 or 3 months, that shouldn't hinder anything that you have going on if you doing it every week.
Yeah, I gotta agree with on them. Like you stopping people from making some,
I ain't stopping them. Look, how am I stopping them? They can work that show whenever they get ready. They just can't work mine. That's my prerogative.
But who want to miss out on yours though? You got a nice
decision I got to make. It's apple or oranges. You got to pick one.
Some people like
apple. They got to pick. I can't work at AutoZone and Advance at the same time.
Some people like money.
Like apples.
Exactly. Either you can make money now, or look at the future that you can make money for the long haul.
So what you're saying is, don't look at wrestling as if you need money real bad, don't come here. This is about investing into yourself.
What I'm saying is I'm giving you a platform to increase your notoriety, to know who you are. So once you get established on television and people know who you are and you're a household name, your money will move from whatever that $20 is to something else higher.
Let me ask you this. So it's a guy in Texas who I had the pleasure of training with and helping train in his beginning stages of his career. He was you probably know him, Gino. He a Mexican kid. He's real good. He started with working with Booker T. And he Booker T got TV. He started working with Booker T, doing TV for Booker T for years and years and years.
RCW.
Right. He have yet to get a contract with AEW or WWE. I don't know what the situation is, but
he ain't got a walk on yet.
He's really good. But I'm just trying to say that he's been working TV for a long time. He's still doing TV for other shows and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that he haven't got signed, but then Marco Stunt go and do a move at GCW and get signed? One
You want
move.
to tell you? See, this is the part that where I'm probably a little bit more knowledgeable than others. Sometimes it ain't all about what moves you can do or how well you can wrestle. Sometimes your attitude plays a part.
He got a good attitude. I mean, he got a phenomenal
See,
attitude.
but here's the thing: your experience with him and some executive experience with him could be different.
True.
Like for example, me and you could be cool, but you and Kevin Lawler could not be cool. And I can say, well, why Kevin Lawler didn't sign tattoo? Tattoo, he might, it's somebody about you he might not just like. Because sometimes there's a clash of personalities. You know why I got sent home from WWE? I know you know the story, right?
Because
You know why?
short.
Because what?
Because you was short.
No. Because I messed around. When Undertaker asked me who trained me, I told him Bill Dundee.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And Dundee told your ass not to say nothing.
No,
Exactly.
Dundee didn't tell me until after I called him.
Right. Damn
So
it.
it's little small things like that that can cost you.
Right.
You know,
That's
why you still didn't stay in WWE?
who me?
Yeah,
Because
what?
I did a live video. Like I said,
Somebody made a call.
I didn't per se do a live video. I just did a promo at one of my shows because Kevin did some shit and fucked me out of something, and he told his dad that I was going to the next doing some extra stuff for WWE, and he called and told them that I said something about him on the internet. And
You see what I'm saying? So it's deeper than a lot of times. It's deeper than what people. The politic aspect of it. You can be the most talented guy in the world,
nice.
and then guess what? All it takes is somebody that's in a higher position than you not to like how you look.
Right. It is, but shit. But we gotta venture away from all of that, man. We gotta.
Well, I'm gonna say it again.
But now we're gonna venture away from all of that, but we're gonna need solutions to get away from a lot of it. Because one thing we're gonna keep headbutting, and the rumors gonna keep going and keep going. But if we don't have solutions to take away a lot of this bullshit, it's gonna keep being. There's gonna keep
But
being.
here's the problem that some of the boys fail to realize: a promoter have the right to hire who they want,
And
fire who they want, and they can make the rules for their promotion. When you go to any job, there's a handbook.
Right.
Either you can do this or you can't. It ain't no hard feelings for me.
And I will say this: Johnny Dotson has proven, and I can say this same with the same shit that Johnny Dotson's doing with local television. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So it's not an impossible feat. So
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What other shows do Dustin guys work that's in Memphis?
Tattoo, you might know better than me.
I don't know.
None. None.
I don't know.
None.
Who?
How many TWX shows anyone from Dustin show work? Name one guy from Dustin show work TWX or Brotherhood Championship Wrestling.
Derek King.
When he worked what?
Derek worked before.
That worked what?
He worked my show. He worked TWX before.
He did TWX.
Mm-hmm.
When was last time that happened?
I don't know. Coming soon.
Yeah, I'm saying yeah. TWX only been around since they was like last year. That was they. I don't remember.
The Young Goats were scheduled to work the Rock and Roll Express. Dustin told them they couldn't work them
because
that's why I worked them.
The same reason that you telling guys they can't work, because he invested into them. But at the same time, he was already established, and all his stuff was already,
Who was already established?
The Young Goats.
I never heard of them until they got to Memphis Wrestling. I never heard of them.
Heard of who?
The Young Goats. I never heard of them until they got to Memphis TV.
Well,
I never heard of them. If you're not a person that's going to these little towns,
he been in, okay. Zay Washington has been wrestling for a long time. He used to wrestle me and Chris every week in Trenton. And
Okay, now how
Rude,
many people in Memphis gonna see him in Trinity?
Rude, Poker Face's partner trained him.
Good trainer.
So,
He trained me too.
So he been wrestling for a good little minute. Now, Zay Washington has also been doing these like big shows like GCW and all these different shows like Hog and all these shows that won't even message me back. So he been doing a lot of footwork. He been like going to LA and a lot of places that I ain't even wrestled yet. So I mean, for you to say that you don't know him, that's because you don't keep up with indie wrestling. You don't keep up.
But what I'm saying is the reason why he got that platform is because of TV.
Nah, he was working these places before he got with Dusty.
But now in Memphis, how do people know him? Not because of trend.
So Johnny, you're trying to say what matters in the city? What's gonna move the Bucks in the city for you? Okay,
people in the city don't know who Zay Washington is until he got on Memphis TV.
Okay,
okay. Well, I'm
my show.
Order in the court. Order. This is some. You guys have pointed out something that I've been bitching about for a long time, and this is from all sides. The biggest problem that I see that we have right now in this community, this wrestling community, especially with promoting, is the awareness, the pro wrestling awareness.
Right.
A lot of folks are not aware. Hell, they don't even know pro wrestling is still around. That's why I was preaching this shit from day one. I was saying, hey man, I think now, Johnny, you might not be in favor of this, but because it's not gonna coincide with what you're talking about, is that we need to spread it all the way out. Hell, I remember. I hate to put Snow name in this one, but I remember he was saying no, not Snow. That's what's his goddamn name? I'm gonna move, huh?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah. I'm gonna say what's his name, but there was a show that was in South Haven, Mississippi, and and some and some of my foot soldiers was out there promoting NOCW. They passing out flyers, and he didn't like it, and so I was like, yo man, I said, get your flyers, pass them out of my show. Keep it going everywhere. The reason why I was saying this is because we need to keep the energy of wrestling around, because a lot of folks don't know. So a lot of folks done died off. A lot of fans, you don't see them in the audience no more. You know, a lot of folks don't go. Like literally, when I went to the U of M, when I'm in all the different places, like whoa, pro wrestling. Then all of a sudden, you go to NOCW show and you see people there. People are attending the show. They're there because they didn't know wrestling was here. So that's why I remember I told you, Ted. I said, like, come on down. You got flyers, hand them out. I told Jerome, I said, come on, pass the flyers. Put the awareness out there, because I feel like it benefited me, because if these folks go to your show, they're gonna tell somebody else, hey, I was just at such show, because I've actually heard fans talking like that. I've actually heard them saying, I was just at that show. Now, what's that? It's another show in Memphis?
But here's the key to it. In order for it to be effective, you got to understand, every team has to have their own team. So what they need is something to compare to. They need to, so TWS got their own team, their own roster, so they can learn those people. NOCW need their own locker room so they can learn those people. Bluff City Wrestling need to have his own.
They need to learn wrestling, bro. Memphis ain't got that type of leisure and that type of luxury to talk like that. Right now, it's dead. When I'm gonna say this again, I'm gonna keep picking on this promotion. I'm not just putting the promotion over. I'm saying if we can draw next to some of the most on our own, or we can keep up a audience of 60 or 70, that's not good. Because when you're looking at championship wrestling, they can draw 40 fucking people. That's not good. And they're on television. But so you can
now here's the thing.
My promotion is small. I got a ring. We don't, not a big budget promotion. But if I can outdraw championship wrestling, that's not good.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now I want you to understand it. Just because you got all of the tools, the video cameras, the TV slot, you still gotta have good writing. You still gotta have storylines that people invest in.
Okay.
What made Memphis wrestling good back in the days was the storyline.
What
You
makes
gotta give people a
good
storyline that they can
period
invest in.
is the storyline.
Huh? Was that tattoo? Tattoo done froze again?
Did he? I think he did.
Yeah, but you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People has to be invested in the storyline.
he was agreeing with you too. He was basically
Yeah,
he
and
was
that's the
agreeing.
key. When your writing's bad and you writing your whole show about comedy instead of wrestling, you ain't gonna draw. People want to see wrestling.
True,
That's the name of the game.
but also once again, we're not at that luxury to really pick and choose right now because Memphis is in a horrible state. Like
Well,
literally,
I am, because here's my thing.
okay.
If I don't want to use anybody from Memphis, I have the luxury to bring folks from other places. Because our television reached so far to where they wants to come. If you look at my show, how many Memphis folks I really have on there?
No, I'm not talking about the talent. I'm literally talking about the fans. Because ultimately, you go. I'm pretty sure you're gonna run a special outside of your studio area, right?
Yeah,
And-
but I'm working on something so big that's gonna change the dynamics of wrestling in Memphis. I got a meeting Tuesday. I ain't going into no detail.
yeah,
But
don't go into details.
if I get this contract on Tuesday, it's gonna change the whole landscape of Memphis wrestling. That's
Okay,
all I know.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay, but I'm just saying right now, as promoters, I would say to beef up more people. The word need to get around about wrestling is still here.
And I want people to step their game up. You know, you see my show, and it's gonna
Mhm.
take a minute for people to catch on to see it. And I'm smart enough to know that any businessman knows in the first 3 years of business, you need to expect to lose some money.
Shoot, yeah, yeah. Look here, I'm gonna say this, and then you gotta look at it for Saturday. It was raining, man.
But how was the product though?
Memphis. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Saturday was raining and still people came out.
And then it was
So
Southern Heritage Classic.
yeah, so still people came out. So that right there tells me a lot. I look at as a promoter. I look at all of that. I peep game on all
So
of that.
let me ask you this: as far as the visual,
Yeah, good visual. Like I said, that I think that there could be some more cosmetics done. I kind of like what y'all had previously. I'll talk to you about that off air. About some of the I go into that, but it looked good. Like the Titantron. Say that again, Roger.
I'm coming and kicking all the chairs down.
Roger's coming.
And then I'm gonna sit at the announce table and kick balls
look,
and shots off.
you call me later on, and me and you got a rap.
You eat somebody cornbread, Roger? You gonna sit at the table?
Cornbread.
Give me your
I better not
cornbread.
see no steak there.
I thought my hair was great.
Fuck you. I'm old. God damn, I'm old.
Hey, I'm trying to keep it young, man.
Look, I can't help y'all 30 and 40-year-old niggas still trying to do stuff. Say something smart.
How old you now,
42.
Raja?
You ain't number 42, nigga.
No, I'm older than that now, Raja.
No, you ain't. You ain't number 42. I still smell the breath. The milk on your breath.
Let
Hey,
me
Raja,
say
I'm older
something.
than that.
Let me say something real quick to my
This
whack
will.
to my whack ass opponent
This
that's
will.
that inboxing me right now, wanting to talk noise about what happened to Summer Bash. Yes, that's why I'm wearing the belt, y'all. I beat an individual for the belt, and he talking
What's
shit.
that?
You can come. You can come on. You can come on. Hey, matter of fact,
Hey, I'm gonna
anyway,
let y'all go.
yeah.
'Cause I gotta give me something to eat. Raja, much love, bro. I still love you, man. Call me.
Hey,
We'll rap
Dotson,
about it. Do what we
Dotson,
do.
Dotson. Watch this. Watch somebody say, I was just about to come on. He ran off.
Son, thank you, man, for giving us this platform so we can get out here. We can talk wrestling, talk business, show
Bluff
everybody that we
City,
love
Bluff
the
City.
business, or whatever.
Tell us more about Bluff City. What's going on? What's up coming next?
Man, Bluff City Wrestling. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people said I had a fraudulent contract and we wasn't doing TV for real. Man, we rocking and rolling. We doing TV for real. It airs October the 1st on the CW30 network. Bluff City Wrestling. It's a new era in wrestling with a classic vibe. Tayshawn, you was there. You felt the studio TV vibe from back in the days. Yeah, it's a real vibe. So
Felt the
look,
makeup powers.
I wish all the promotions in the city of Memphis the best.
Go
I ain't
get
no
those
hater. I'm
slogans
not
up.
gonna feed on no negativity. Man, I got good vibration, good energy. Man, we looking to make this thing prosperous and we looking to make it a profit for all of the boys and the business, man. I'm just excited about Memphis wrestling. I'm excited about Bluff City wrestling. Man, let's go. Tune in October 1st, CW30 at 11 o'clock. Just like it was back in the day, 11 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Dotson,
Hats out to
I
Championship
want to see.
Wrestling from Memphis.
I want
Hats
to see.
out to VCA who been doing it longer. I got mad respect
Yeah,
for them because it's hard work doing this right here. I say that. I got mad respect for
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. You got humble. You got humble Saturday. You ate your humble pie Saturday.
No,
Yeah, man, this
remember
ain't
that
easy.
the lady,
Man, I was tired of everything.
the
But guess
hurricane.
what? God is good. I always got to say that. Man, I'm blessed and I'm honored to be put in the position that I'm in. Me coming off the streets, me being a street dude, me being a hustler, and for God to put me in the position I'm in, man, I give God all the glory in spite of what some
That
naysayers
motherfucker
may
shouldn't
say
block.
about me being a crook and this here and that there. Can't nobody say I done
What?
beat nobody out of nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Once again, Johnny, it was an honor to have you on. And like I said,
Yeah,
it's big of you to come on. I got to big of everybody, but it's big of you to come on here. You know, not knowing you ain't know what I was gonna say.
Man,
You
no,
ain't,
come on.
you ain't know what I was gonna throw you. You didn't know Raj was gonna come up on here. You ain't know Tattoo
Yeah,
was
he
gonna come up in
did.
here.
That nigga called me. He called me out.
Oh no, I'm talking about he didn't know that you were gonna bring your that wasn't discussed. So my thing is, but a lot of folks know if you come on here, you know,
Hold up, bro.
hey, it can go down.
But one thing they can say about me, I don't duck nobody. I'm real as a get. I'm a man of my word. I stand by that. I stand 10 toes down for whatever I do. Roger, sit down and go quit going to get a burger or something, man.
But like I said,
He gonna
man,
cuss me out when he get back.
I appreciate you, and you didn't you let a champion come sit down and watch your show. That's one thing I want a lot of promoters to do, man. Go to other folks' shows, bro. Go to the show, sit. One thing that we all are, no matter how long you've been in the game, you're still a fan of pro wrestling.
Now you're a fan. If you stop being a fan, you're in the wrong business. And I'm gonna say this:
Oh,
when you get to the point,
Tattoo. Did nobody kick you out now? You just froze up, so you welcome to come back on. I no, just putting it.
whenever you think you know everything in this business, you don't know nothing.
You talking about somebody went and got a goddamn hamburger? Got no damn hamburger.
I told you. Hey, that's that Southern better, ain't it?
I'm gonna show y'all niggas something.
What's up, champ?
Ain't nobody got this.
What is? Let me see it. Put it to the thing.
You blind?
What is it?
Look at the depth. Look at the he got the layers and depth to it. Okay,
Oh, you don't want to do that with me, dog.
you know I'm just
You look at this.
That's the Southern heavyweight title.
Southern. Look at them side plates. History.
look. Y'all not finna disrespect the all world heavyweight champion. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm keeping it $150.
You see that?
It's that television.
Yes, sir.
And that belt beautiful too. It's beautiful, man.
When I say this is history, I'm gonna show you something. This belt right here has been held. Every title that's on here been held by a legend of this business. If you think of lying, Jackie Fargo, Gerald Lawler, Bill Dundee, my boy Brian Christopher, Gerald Lawler, Bill Dundee. I can't tell you about them because that was before my time.
Now, I got one too, Roger. Hold on, Roger.
Now you can't fight me. You can't beat me.
Yeah, hold on, and also put some respect on the all world title. I'm gonna tell you something. Japan, Europe, title been defended. Canada,
Oh, you want to
Las Vegas, Texas,
Roger?
Pennsylvania. So come on, come with it. It's an all world championship with a meaning. And Chris, you can come out to the title if you want to, Chris. You can come on. I'm accepting all challenges. Bring your hands, Chris. I see you, Dotson.
Johnny, you really want to go there, man? Johnny, you really want to go there?
Come on, now, Roger. This is not fair. This is not fair. You cheating.
Do,
You cheating.
do he really want to go
I
there?
knew he was gonna do that. You know what, Dotson? Dotson, put it on the line. Put it on the line, Dotson.
You
Put it
see
on the
this,
line.
Roger?
Put it on the line, Dotson.
You know who won this on TV?
Put it on the line. Put it on the line then.
Huh? You know who won this?
Put it on the line, Dotson. Yeah, he act like he'll hear me now. Put it on the line, Dotson.
I'm getting too old.
You trying to go somewhere?
I'm finna go, Roger. I'm gonna see you later, man.
No, you trying to go somewhere? You look it up.
Man. Go on now.
You look it up. You look it up.
You cheating, man.
You win. You win, man.
You cheating, Roger, man.
Do we need
You cheating, bro. We know you're a belt fanatic, so you cheating, bro.
Hold up.
You cheating, man.
Hold up. Since he want to talk about having his own belt, you see this? You see this? You see the picture on there?
Man, put on the line, man.
You put your picture there?
Put on the line.
That's Roger.
That's him. That's him.
Every belt out in hell on the side.
Oh, that's cold, yeah.
I got
Look.
one that he gonna let. This one gonna make him mad.
That's the one I did for you, ain't it?
Yeah, look at it. Look at it again.
That's when we first started doing them.
Hey, man, if y'all ain't talking about putting no titles up, I don't want to hear it. Y'all showing out.
Tay son, thank you, Roger. Good to holler at you, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right.
You doing too much, Roger. You doing too much, man.
Nah, I had to show him.
Nah, man. Look, I'm good. I'm champ sitting over. I'm over here champ sitting. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
You want to talk about something too? I got something for you.
Hey, man. Let me tell you something, man. You're lucky I didn't move. Look at that there. That beauty. Bring back home the daddy now. But I'm gonna say it like this here. I'm all good. I'm official world champion now. So I'm cool. So if y'all want to put them belts on the line, put them belts on the line. Let's roll. I'll take it some more legacy title. I'll take that too.
You can't take none that you can't earn.
I'm just saying, man.
You can't take none you ain't earned.
Hey, look, you was inches away, man. I could have easily. I could have got you, bro. I could have got you.
No,
It's all good.
see, that's a difference. Oh, I can't get out.
See, that's me. That's that snap. That's the Thanos snap. I told you. I'm telling you, man.
Right. You see that? You see that? They said Roger.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Chris Schaffner. Look, bro. You've been ducking and dodging for a long time. Come on, Chris. Come on, bro. I'm a champion now. Come on. With as former nations champ. Now that come on, Chris. What you gonna do, Chris? Bring your head, Chris. All right, then. No more talk from you, Chris. Don't be telling me who gonna tie me up. Let me tell you something, Chris. Better ask somebody. It's all good though, man.
They know the truth. See, if I ain't got too old not to get in the damn business, I get back in the ring.
Man, I gotta say I had a. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. All right. Writing check, good roster check, draw 100+ check. Man, I don't know what are you talking about. What you talking about, Chris? Who all this check you get? You get check. Unless you was, I don't know.
That's what he's saying. If your roster good, you got a good writer. All that stuff gonna come in where you can get the crowd. That's like I told you before. It's more than just the advertising. How you book it out.
Living proof. I agree with that. You know, because I mean, but I had a hard time believing that because I was like, man, we're a small promoter. I mean, I understand everybody has still whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Memphis Wrestling is a small promotion, or Championship Wrestling, however they want to identify themselves. They're small promotions. So, but I always figure NOCW, we still this is like we at a renegade stage. It's outlaw country. So I never looked at like okay, we pulled this amount of people, we made this money off this show. So now we big shit, or we got the best stories, we got the best this, got the best this. Like when we was running back to back, Roger, like it was what it was, man. We do what we do. But
I said this once and I'll say it again. The problem with the wrestling business now,
it's a lot of problems.
One of the main reasons is everybody worrying about what the next person doing. If we stop that and just worry about one thing.
I had to. I'm gonna tell you about this. I had to because I had to watch because I watched Championship when Championship got on. What was the promotion that went back on television? Championship and VCA. I watched Championship and VCA to be exact. I looked at what they were doing because I'm like, okay, is it gonna work? Is this gonna draw a bigger audience to them? Are they gonna get a not being? Let me clarify some things too, guys. Not being stashed in somewhere where it already has people already. Not appearing in somebody else's function event. I'm talking about literally going somewhere else and doing like I did, do a special. Go run somewhere else that people are like. This is not where people are already. Like, do your own organic event. Let's see that happen. And I wasn't seeing that from them. I didn't see that from Championship. I've never seen Championship go outside somewhere else and go run an actual legit show and pull a beautiful audience. I mean, like pull people there. Well, you know what I mean. We have these discussions. I haven't seen VCA do that. VCA was just they went to a high school. They put themselves in places where people are. I don't need. We've seen 901 do that. We've seen people be places where there's already a good audience.
But see, the thing of it is this.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying for me as a promoter, I watched everybody. I watch everybody, everybody's promotion. I study and look at what they're doing. And if I see
it's nothing wrong with watching them. But if you focus on what you're doing and not worry about the other one, hold on. Then he said, you need your belt restrapped. You messed with the wrong guy. I can't do that one. But I mean, the thing is this: if you look at VCA ain't worried about what Championship Wrestling doing. They worried about what they do. Same thing that I was saying with Memphis. Championship Wrestling. I ain't gonna say Memphis Championship Wrestling.
That's why I say I as a promoter, I disagree. I mean, far as depending on what you're focusing and learning from, every time this is coming from somebody who's made money in the independent small business promotions. I'm saying what I had to do, I had to study and watch everybody else and understand what they were doing, whether if I was already outdrawing them or not. Because especially the ones that put their product on television, I had to see what they were doing. Because if it works for them, then I know, okay, maybe I need to go to television. Maybe I need to go to street. If it's doing this for them, look at what it can do for me. That was my main thing, and something that I don't see. I don't see the results of it. I don't. So it tells me that there's more other problems in the city besides just putting your shit on television. That ain't gonna fix everything. And I feel like going to a location where there already is an audience, like mostly because somebody was inboxing me about 901 Wrestling. Talk about them. I got to talk about them. But what I can say is that they're always the venues. Black Lodge is a good venue. The bands, the places. Black Lodge been booming. So but if a promotion is going there, that's good for them. But I would love to see 901 run somewhere. Or there used to be PWS for those who don't know. But I would love to see them run somewhere that's legit organic. Just run somewhere completely unknown. That'll be a different story. Because I think they can draw. I think they got the potential to draw and do good on an organic slate. But if that's not best for business for them, that's not best for them. They don't operate like that. So I can't, as a promoter, I can't worry about why they not doing it. But I would notice before this, there was a lot of people always talking about, man, they always going somewhere where it's already established. Well, they're just telling you, hey, this is how we operate. Well, we don't got the tools to be out there promoting to everybody. We can only do it like this. So I've grown to learn that that's not a problem. That's just they don't function like that. They're going for the look. or they want to be what the people are. They're not trying to grow like that. They're like they're gonna go somewhere where people are, and maybe that would be the better business of it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it wrong, but if somebody got a problem, or they feel like I'm addressing it the wrong way, we got an open platform. You can hide on. I'm gonna tell you this like this though, Raj. I'm gonna say this because I got a loaded rant. You can go to whatever platform you want to, far as talking about wrestling. You can go to the Charito radio show. You can go to the some Memphis Grizzlies radio. You can go to all other shows and platforms. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. This gets to the nitty gritty. Wrestle Chat gets to the nitty gritty. So people gonna view us. We streaming now, even from YouTube as well. So this platform has gotten there. People, literally, the real fans, they tune in to Wrestle Chat. They pay attention. They show up at the shows. So if you know what's best, pull in because the fans gonna be watching. And they literally, when we tell people to go somewhere, they go. They pull up. You're talking to somebody who has made money and continues to. So I'm living proof. Chris says first it was a bar, now it's a Blockbuster. What's a Blockbuster? Who the fuck rents movies? I don't.
You're a young dude. You don't know nothing about this.
It's a Blockbuster. What is one?
I don't know what he's talking about, but I know what a Blockbuster is.
Yeah, I know what a Blockbuster movie rentals, but is he talking about you or I don't know.
No, he said at first it was a bar. So whatever was a bar.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I guess he's saying that maybe you talking about 901. You talking about which establishment you talking about? Are you talking about another person's establishment? Rent. Oh, Black Lodge is a movie rental. It is. It was. That's where a lot of. Well, I know the bands was going there. I don't know what. So hold on. You saying that they turned Black Lodge into a Blockbuster? How?
No, he's saying that it was a black book. It's a Blockbuster now.
It is. Damn. That don't make it. Damn. Why would they turn? That don't make any sense. Economy wise, why would you turn Black Lodge into a Blockbuster? What the fuck? Hello. So now
it was a movie rental place.
I'm hoping that's what he said. I think he. I wish he would just come on and say what say.
Blockbuster is a metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah. Shell says yes. The Black Lodge is a Blockbuster. It was dead. Now. I knew a Black Lodge before. Like what we talking about here? Like it. There are spots that are booming and spots that's not booming. Okay, prime example. I can take you to. Don't worry about it. I was just saying, none gonna admit we can drop. Okay. No. Chris. No. Okay, if we gonna be all the way 100, so I wish he would just, because a lot of time when these discussions come up, they're dodged. Because we can talk about plenty of other promotions, but it's like you talk about everybody promotion, but with 901, that's a discussion. I know that y'all dodged it, or you go where it's a controlled environment to control what people are going to say. As far as they're not going to go hard at you and talk about it. No, I have not seen 901 go somewhere legit like neutral that doesn't have a following. What people were criticizing and saying. I'm gonna explain what folks were saying. This was the rumor. They picking on stuff like what NOCW did. NOCW would go somewhere where nobody at all, where like literally nobody was looking at. It's a place that was just pretty much nothing. Frazier, East Memphis, nobody's going. Then all of a sudden, bam, we ran there, and then every wrestling promotion was trying to run there. Now, I knew of the Black Lodge before you guys got there. So 2 years straight, it was 200 to 400 in the rig. any night. We ain't. That's the rec room. What are you talking about, Chris? Let's not. No. Chris, ask Tommy. I told y'all. I pointed. Matter of fact, it's in the video archives in WrestleChat right now. I announced. I said, hey. This place is looking for wrestling. They want wrestling to be at the location. Has a big audience. I've been said it has a crowd. The rec room. You can try to tell it to people that y'all brought the crowd to the rec room. Everybody gonna laugh. The rec room been booming. That was not that's kind of a dumb, man. Like, so let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not sell the rec room short. Cause Miles and them, I can tell you right now, them folks, they been had it running. The crowd, the college students, everybody was in there, the rec room been jumping. So don't don't even try to say, oh, we the ones about 200 to 400. No, you did not. The watch parties were off the chain. The game parties were off the chain. Just being there on a Friday or Saturday, them just be jumping. So let's not do that. If you do that, you're gonna make people then be like, okay, they full of shit. That's why folks always did that to 901. Like, they full of shit now. Just the promotion did what it did. There's nothing wrong with saying, all right, they had 400 every night. Chris, did you know of the rec room before that? You got, bruh. Please don't lie like that. Please don't. So are you telling me that you guys went to a place that you knew didn't have an audience and ran the show? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You tell me the rec room was not jumping before you got there. Are you trying to tell me that? Are you telling us that the rec room was not jumping? Is that what we're saying? Roger, I think that's what he's saying. No, bro. You can't lie like that. I can pull up old videos. We can go videos before that. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Chris. Well, put some perspective on it. Is like, no, bro. What I'm saying is, yes, you guys so happen to fall in the places that already had an established name or had an established audience that attended. That's no. I know I make it sound like it's a bad thing, but no. What I'm saying is that there's two different lanes. You guys stuck to a certain method. There's nothing wrong with it because others gonna do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Others gonna do the same thing. So don't feel like you're being picked on with a promotion. Because I'm somebody. I'm not gonna put the rest of the name out. He's like, T-Sean, we always feel like y'all be picking on us. It ain't just you, but it be other people. They be saying, oh, y'all going places where other people are, where this already had an audience. They had a high attendance. Okay, but still, are you bringing good entertainment? Chris, does 901 bring good entertainment? Yes. All right then. Are y'all satisfied where you are? You are. Great, but as a fan of I've been there multiple times. I've been to y'all shows multiple times. I would as a fan and as a promoter. This is what I'm saying. If you don't hear anything, hear me on this one. As a fan of the promotion, I wanted to see and notice this promotion doing something outside of the box, being somewhere and drawing an organic crowd. I hadn't seen that. Most of the spots that you guys were at, it had people there that was there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I know of this spot already. So that is what I was looking at, was that I noticed that. Well, it sounds like you don't think we have a fan base. No, this is what it sounds. It sounds like as a promoter, I wanted to learn and listen and watch and understand the skills. I wanted to see something that I can learn from. And I didn't see that. You guys literally you played it safe. You can't. There ain't nothing wrong with playing it safe. If it's what like I told Dotson, if it's what you are capable of, if that's what you can do, that's what you can do. You can only you're not trying to be what you're not trying to do what T-Sean did with NOCW. You're not trying to do what this person's doing or this person's doing. You're doing your own thing. Y'all went to safe places because if you want to be 100, Chris, when 901 Wrestler was known as UCPWS. You ran in a location that did not draw. Am I wrong, Roger? You ran in a location that did not draw. So, but the answer to that was you ran somewhere that had a following already. That was a draw that people usually felt comfortable coming to. People didn't feel comfortable coming out there to that location. You wouldn't draw people out there. I don't know what the problem was. That's for you and your inner circle. Y'all figured that out. So That's just that, bro. So when people are speaking the truth, it's just the truth. Now, if I see you a brand new building running there and pulling it, which I think that y'all can do. I think y'all can make some organic money running at a new location, fresh start. No regular audience on the weekends, or no big Saturdays, or no big Sundays. I think y'all could do it. But have y'all done it? Nah. But y'all like to take that like somebody's picking on you, like somebody's beating on the pro. No, nobody's beating or picking on you. Stop acting like the victim. It's just what if the fans are saying it. It's just that. But do people still like your entertainment? Yes. So accept that part. But the fact still gonna remain that we haven't seen you run or seen this promotion run somewhere where it was affected. So I'm only talking from a promoter aspect. That's all I'm saying. I can do that. I can right now. I can go run somewhere where I know where it has a packed audience damn near every goddamn weekend. I can do that. And people are very familiar with. I can do that. But most of the time, y'all see when I see me run, I don't run locations. I get all my money. I run locations where it ain't just popular. So that's just some. I'm a different breed, and it ain't just me. It's the whole team that I got. Keep it at 100. I got a whole team.
I said it right here. Wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel safe, run where you think you best. It ain't fun what nobody else think.
If
My thing is, if you making money where you at and you drawing it, screw what everybody say. And
that's why I say,
that's the way I look at it.
as a promoter, there's a promoter part of me, and there's a fan part of me. And I do listen to the people when the people be talking about y'all. They often say, man, I wonder can they really pull all this? Like, because most people, you be thinking some of the fans ain't never been in this location. They've been in that location. So my thing is, as a promoter, I'm like, man, I wonder can they draw like and what one of do what I did? Can they do what I did? I be wondering it because okay. My building on Raleigh LaGrange, brand new location. Nobody's never ran in Raleigh LaGrange in my location. Never. 4630, nobody ever never run. Never. Never. But I went there. Roger's a witness. Many other witnesses packed it out. Had a great time. Made good money. So can anybody else say the same? No. I don't see that a lot. So what I'm saying is that I do like to see that. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't. It's not the pressure towards 901. It's the press. I put a lot of pressure on Championship Wrestling. Put a lot of pressure on VCA. Like it's we got to start holding brands up accountable. Stop. Everybody want to be the victim, but we got to start holding brands accountable here. Like that's what I'm looking at. Is like, what can you do? We can play the smoke and mirrors. We can make ourselves look neat, but somebody ain't. A lot of folks still ain't making dollars. It's a big difference. So I speak on a different term, but when I start hearing fans talk about it, then you know it's known. That's all. But Roger, everybody, I do want to thank y'all for tuning in. Today we had one hell of an episode. And whenever it's needed, man, we're gonna have discussions like this, round table, people gonna gather around. I know this bad we're gonna keep going around, but we had a good show. Bluff City Wrestling, because I know I was saying it all wrong, but Bluff City Wrestling, yo. Big shots out to Johnny Dotson. I wish him the best. Hope it gets better and better and better. For everybody's promotion out there included. Also big shout out to Tattoo. Y'all know me and Tattoo didn't had history. We bumped heads a couple of times, but for Tattoo to even come on after everybody didn't say they won't come on, Tattoo came on and faced the fire. He faced the fire. We had the discussion. He was here. He showed up. Say any differences. I didn't hold back on Tattoo. I'm pretty sure Tattoo didn't hold back on me or hold back on Johnny Dotson. Everybody that came on today, like I said, I appreciate Roger. Everybody that came on today and handled it in a respectful manner. Roger had his differences.
Let me say this right here. I'm not a baby. I'm not a kid. I ain't that shit talker that gonna talk behind your back. I'm gonna come out like it is. And if we're gonna be men, we're gonna be men. A lot of guys, man, they do all that shit talking and they do what they do. I can't be there. If I'm gonna say something to you, if I'm gonna say it behind your back and you call me out, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna confront you. Cause like I said, there's three stories in the world. It's your side, his side, and the main side. And that's just it. Now, like you heard today, Johnny had his side, I had my side. It's only one true side out there, and the only person that probably gonna on show that truth is God. I got my view, he got his view, and God got his. And that's how this world is. I mean, I'm not knocking nobody because whoever do, who just do. But I'm just gonna be real about mine. You call me out and say, "Hey, you did this," and I know you didn't. I'm coming. You call
And
me,
that,
I'm coming.
and that you did. Like I said, I appreciate you for even stopping by and coming on and airing out your grievances, man. That right there is special because a lot of times we can't come together. We can't have discussions like this. We try to shame discussion like this, but stuff needs to be gotten and done clear. I don't like just keeping rumors out there, drama and rumors out there. My thing is, notice people would have thought they would have thought something like this would be messy, but the fact that we were able to come together, talk about the drama, talk about the rumors, and then get the solutions. That's if y'all notice, if y'all watched and studied what I was doing, let's get to the solutions. Let's get it up and hell, tattoo and looks like tattoo and Dotson got they shit worked out. Everybody's hopefully getting to this stuff and get some stuff worked out and get to a major point, man. Hopefully more promotions across the land, more promoters or wrestlers, including everybody, could literally get to points like this. You know,
Long as it ain't no damn show, man. I'm just gonna put it like this. People can do that shit, man. And I hate to cuss, I'm just gonna be real.
mhm.
People can do that shit and be on the camera and say one damn thing, and then next thing you know, once they got off the camera, man, fuck this shit.
That's
That's the thing.
that's why we got stuff like this. This right
No,
here will be
I'm
up in
just
it.
saying.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
don't
you
know.
do that,
That's what I'm saying.
go ahead.
I'm saying that's why we got platforms and stuff like this to stick around like Wrestle Chat. That this is what you can hold somebody accountable for. Like, oh, here you go, right here. You know, this is proof, and hopefully it provides some clarity to a lot of the folks that had confusing thoughts about what was going on and what. Because I don't like leaving rumors unchecked. And right now we got a rumor that's been checked. Now I gave the Chris Lex said he was having trouble with connection. Greg, I don't know what happened to Greg. You know what it is. But hey, but I'm glad all of these individuals. It seems like from the tally, everybody tuned in today. When I say everybody, everybody tuned. Everybody's promotion. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. What I've already seen. Every promoters on which because I got the little beamer right there. But everybody's promotion has literally tuned in. Everybody they tuned in. So all of us have seen it. All of us watched it, and a lot of y'all been sticking around for over 2 hours already. So shout out to the promotions because I know y'all watching that. So shout out to the promotions, man, that tuned in because you could have said, fuck T-Sean, I don't like that dude. Fuck that, whatever you want to say, nigga, whatever you gets you off. You said your piece, but you watched the show. You didn't tune us out, and you heard us out. My thing is, I speak my mind. I speak my truth. But if you get indifference, okay, holler at me. You gotta run from me. You gotta ignore me. Talk to me. That's how we do it. But once again, go support Bluff City Wrestling, man. I was like I know I stated on my live. I was there this past Saturday. This is part of the live TV taping, so I can't tell you too much because they're gonna have a television taping. But I will make it my business now that I'm in my off season. CW off season, and I'm champion. Oh. Shout out Summer Bash, your brand new all world heavyweight champion. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. That was one of the hardest matches I've ever been a part of. I've never get nobody ever tried to drown me before. Uh, uh, I got slammed on concrete, my back on concrete. So that lets you know that individual was a big individual if he can pick me up and slam me on concrete. But other than that, um, yeah, and I know it was a private show, but I can talk about a little bit up until we release the video. But other than that, though, I'm your all world heavyweight champion, T-Sean the One. This is Roger, and we out.
Peace.